It is started. So they're playing an ad right now.
Yep. Not for me.
Ba, ba. What's let's check in on the emails.
Did we get any emails?
Yes, we did get one email.
Oh. What spam?
Is it from your
It
sister?
says, I love your show. That's from Owen Johnson.
Oh, that's nice of him. What a nice guy.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Owen.
So it was a great show. Owen also gifted us with $10 of credit towards Roll20, which will give us 1 month of premium Primo Super Primo content, or 2 months of half comp content. I haven't decided what to use it for yet, so I haven't activated it.
That's pretty neat.
Well, it's $50 for the year, right?
I don't know. There's like a $10 a month subscription. I don't know if they have like a yearly thing.
Yeah, I think it's discounted on the years, and I think it comes out to you basically if everyone here pays $10, then we get that advanced features.
Ah, sweet. So I'll just wait till everybody else sends me $10.
So the question
I'm done with
is,
that.
what does that do for us?
It gives us dynamic lighting,
For what?
and it gives us access to premium tokens. Well, so like, if
I guess I'm
I
asking,
can
is
add
it worthwhile?
I can add like a light source, and then it'll do the fog of war based on the light sources instead of me having to manually change it.
So the cave fight might have been easier.
Yeah, so like based on where you're standing and where the light source is, it'll move the fog of war around so that you can see. And like if a tree's in the middle of the way, it'll move that cone of blocked vision when you move.
Interesting.
So yeah, so it's neat. Listeners, remember you can email the show at DedEx Inc. That's DEDINC. Oh no,
No.
DEDEXINC.
Yep.
That's at Gmail, or tweet us at that Twitter account, or watch us on YouTube at that YouTube address. Simply as everywhere. All right, let's get into it. What happened last week? Cool.
We went to a concert, and we guarded them
Yep.
successfully.
And
And then Joe got wrecked.
and then I died.
From
No way.
their
Joe got beat single-handedly by a animated bear trap known only as Gnarl Jack.
I died, and then I respawned the next day with full health.
No, this
no,
was
that's
not the beginning.
you.
Oh.
Somebody else healed you.
Oh my.
Unfortunately. You still have the scars from when that thing chewed on your leg. Nom 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 nom.
I don't have legs.
Those were like some bear people who dropped it off, right?
Yep,
Oh,
some bear folk.
Yep. And then we tried to investigate one of the butcher's murder. We didn't really get anywhere. Alpa tried to steal a corpse from the morgue when we really just wanted it to answer a couple questions.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy.
I thought he was supposed to be like a good character, but maybe he's neutral.
This is kind of Michael we're talking about.
He's a good lover of the undead monstrosities.
Some sections of the D&D world, Ross, would believe that there is no good use of undead. So,
Yeah, some would.
Wait, what part of this is he from? What's that Russian country?
Corvair?
No. The one
Okay.
that keeps the undead.
Oh, yeah, Karnath, sorry.
Karnath, that's the one.
Corvair is the Karnath.
I was gonna say Corvair's I'm not what I'm thinking of, but yes, Karnath. Is he from Karnath?
You have to ask him.
That's fair.
And for some reason, he didn't show up to work today. Him and Yekel
Those
must be
fuckers are both
partying-
fired.
Must be partying in the tavern district because they did not show up to work today.
Clint, cut their wages.
Bye, Yekel.
I mean-
goodbye.
That's weird because I see him right there.
Yeah, they
Thwack.
had.
Thwack, cut their wages.
Still kind of see 'em.
Wages cut.
They get quarter pay this week.
Yeah, they're in. They stayed in downstairs for whatever reason.
So, what's the plan, guys?
I think we should be racist and look for bear people.
We can ask the guards maybe if they've had any run-ins with like a bear gang.
That's true.
Okay.
That's my vote at least. I mean, I don't know if anyone else cares.
Yeah, let's check it out.
The only other thing to look at is the butcher, so I'm fine with trying this first.
Okay. So, who precisely are you going to go ask?
You know, any random guard we find on the street.
Okay. Just go out, look for the nearest
Uh,
patrol.
If we go up to the ward, like the guard post, I might go over to the library and ask our friend who owes us to do research on Gnarl Jack for us. Or like just see if he has any other information.
Also, there's like a guard post in the lower Memphis Plateau, right? They're not. Obviously, there are guards here. They must have some.
I don't know if you know of any posts, but there's definitely like patrols of people going around.
Okay.
It's only like a 5-minute, or it's not long, like 15 minutes up to the next level above us, where they are based from, right?
Yeah, the ward is not that far away.
Yeah, so they could just be walking down from there, Clint, since it's like 15 minutes or so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the warden towers are in Middle Memphis. So just up the stairs from you.
The other thought I had was there wasn't any paperwork we should have filled out over the attack, is there? Should we file a case with the police or anything like that? Police.
You didn't kill anybody, so other than the Gnarl Jack, so that's up to you whether you want to report it or not.
Okay.
I would just say we wait and include it all once we actually figure out what's going on. With our luck, if we tell them now, House Thrask will swoop in and get the reward or something.
Probably true. Or they sent it.
Well, the trick is if we want to get these guys arrested, we need, unless they have other, outstanding warrants or other crimes on their heads, we need to have a crime to accuse them of in order to properly arrest them or kill them, as the case may be.
There's still people at the venue who, could have came out and saw. We told Kodash and his retinue. We told the owner-operator of it. So we should be able to have them back us up and just say we were using leeway to actually try to track it down before we wasted their time with a report that no one or nothing got hurt.
Well, I mean, Joe got hurt. Pretty bad.
Joe's
Mostly
part
irrelevant.
of our group. They
No,
don't really care if we get hurt trying
Actually,
to stop
that's an
this
interesting
stuff.
question. Do we count as officers of the law? So if somebody
No.
attacks us, no. Oh, okay. We can't claim they were obstructing justice or attacking
Nope.
officers or anything
Well,
fancy
it's
like
still-
that.
It's still an assault that we could turn them in for, and since we saw them in the process of assaulting somebody, we're probably okay to detain them.
Yep.
So. Was there any other place we wanted to look for signs, or do we just want to head up to the towers?
I can't really
guess
think of
it's
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I mean, the
didn't
only
see
people. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, really, the only people we could probably ask about, any kind of racist bear groups would be like bartenders and that kind of thing. We haven't exactly ingratiated ourselves with the locals.
We could go ask the owner of the Four Sales. If Kodash knows them but doesn't really want to tell us about it, he might
That's
know
also
who they are since they hang out there a lot.
That's a good point. We could go do that real quick. I like that idea.
All right, let's do that first then.
All right. So first thing you guys do is head over to the Four Sales, the wonderful restaurant in downstairs. There you find Yekel and Al Pacino. They're drinking some Bloody Marys, nursing off a hangover. They mentioned that they're probably not going to be in today. Those skippers. But otherwise, you are able to find the guy in the suit that you met last time.
Okay. Let's go talk to him. But not me, because I'm a Kenku.
Come on, that's the best part. All right, Joe.
I think Joe's still going to the bathroom.
You're Kodash's favorite employee. You should be the one asking.
That's kind of a valid point.
I mean, I would
you
love
have to have a Kenku.
So if I feed you lines in your mind, does that work?
No, I think I actually have to have heard them.
You've heard people say
correct.
Gnarl Jack. I mean, you've probably heard a million people say Jack. It's a common name, right?
Well, yeah. The bigger issue here is that I'm not supposed to be as eloquent as I have been.
Yeah, you need to talk in weird broken phrases, like broken phrases and sort of like different accents on a per word basis.
Oh God, that's a nightmare.
All
As
right, fine.
Kodash's second. Oh, go ahead, Adam.
I guess I have a high charisma if we want to game this.
Yeah, besides you can just mind control anyone anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll walk up to him and ask, well, first, say hello. How's it going?
Hello. Would you like a seat? You should see the hostess up at the front.
Actually, we had some questions about what happened at the show last night, and we're hoping we could find some information about some of the people who may often visit this area.
Show?
No, at the show at the whatchamacallit. What's that place called?
Torchlight?
Torchlight. The show at the Torchlight.
Torches.
You mean Ink's show?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know much about what. I don't think I've seen him yet today. What, is he okay? Did something happen?
Oh, of course, everything's fine. He had some very talented bodyguards there to help him out, but we were just looking for more information about the hoodlums that were causing some ruckus, and I was hoping you could or help us out, or someone you know could help us out.
Unfortunately, I don't really know much about it. I'm an old friend with Kodash, but he just stops in here during his travels. He prefers my restaurant. I give him an extra room, but otherwise, I don't know much about any trouble that he may be involved with. I apologize. If you'll excuse me, I need to continue about my duties.
Can I make an insight check? He seems to be trying to flip us pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell. The restaurant isn't particularly busy, but he does seem pretty hands-on.
Was that just Adam, or did mine go out?
It was just Adam.
Yeah, I didn't see
The
yours.
12. Oh, yours is up there. No, that's from last time. Goodbye and hello.
Sorry, Adam's voice was just saying, keep trying to.
Is that bad?
Yeah. Is that
What was the result of that insight check?
12.
Yeah, I mean, like, did he get anything from it?
No, not really one way or the other.
I just want to say the name Gnarl Jack and just really concentrate on seeing what sort of reaction he has as he's walking away.
Okay. He sort of like looks at you questioningly for a brief moment and then just puts it out of his mind and continues on.
Does he appear to have like any recognition of the term, or
I don't know. Why don't you ask your sword?
I mean, I will ask my sword.
My sword doesn't respond. Trigger one creature.
I'll do the same question, but in his mind. Ask him if he knows.
This guy was gonna send work our way, and now you're gonna make him be an enemy.
Yeah, but he doesn't know who's doing it. He just thinks it's echoing in his head.
The same exact question that you just asked him. How fortuitous.
Yeah, I mean, if it happened to you, would you immediately guess telepath? No.
He stops, and like looks back at you, and he says, "Well, was that you?"
If you're asking if I just farted, the answer is no.
He says, "Please, if you're not going to get a table, I'm going to have to ask you to leave."
No worries. Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Has to save.
Do we see any bear folk? Do we see any bear folk in the area, in the tavern?
There's no bear folk in the Four Sails, no.
Did we see any, like, along our journey over into the tavern district?
You weren't really looking out, but if you'd like to make an investigation check now.
May as well.
Yeah, I'd like to at least look and just try to see how common they are in the area. And just keep our eyes peeled while we're looking around.
Yeah, I'm not against racially profiling these people, and they're all bad.
Okay, at this point in the day, downstairs isn't particularly populated. It's way more booming in the evening, but in the morning, there's not really a lot of people coming up and down the street. But you don't really see any bear folk. There's not a lot of like overly large people in the area. The size of a bear folk.
The one time I get a good investigation roll, nothing to investigate. To the towers, then?
May as
The
well.
Warden Towers.
What could
Okay.
possibly go wrong?
So you guys head up to the Warden Towers. You're gonna go to the same like little office where you usually go, where the bounty board is.
Sure.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Okay. Are you just gonna ask a random guard, or are you going to someone specific?
There's a help counter, right?
Yeah, there's like a desk.
Is the guy who helped us with our papers of incorporation around?
Jerome Mayweather has like a little office in the back. And as you approach it, the guy at the front desk says, "Hey, may I assist you?"
Yeah, so he's
yeah,
not
we were
part of the guard either, is he?
He's an administrative guard.
Oh, is he?
He
Okay.
doesn't go out on patrol, but he works for the city guard as a whole.
We were wondering if you keep track of any statistics on crime within the town. We're trying to do some research.
What kind of statistics?
Oh, like basic census information,
Criminal organizations.
income levels, race, hair color, those types of things.
Yes, I believe the numbers department takes care of that, sure. We don't usually release that to the public, though.
Oh, interesting. It would be useful to have that information as part of our investigation. We're a private investigation.
What are you investigating?
Possible gang activity from some bear folk.
Bear folk gang activity? Is there a particular district? Section?
Lower Memphis
We
Plateau.
had problems at the 10 Torches down in the lower Memphis Plateau. We were trying to see if there were any other problems with like individuals that we could go investigate.
I can set up an appointment for you to meet with Jerome Mayweather, and you can file the appropriate requests to get information about that. I personally, I don't know of many organized criminal activities in the theater district here in Memphis Plateaus.
Do you guys keep track of dangerous magical artifacts or attacks involving dangerous magical artifacts? Because they had
Yes, of
trap.
course. Unpermitted, dangerous magical items are, of course, contraband within the city limits, and we register and detain individuals using such contraband.
So they had a item they called the Gnarl Jack, and it appeared to be a bear trap.
It's those, yes.
Can we have any information you have about those, or where they might come from?
Fairly basic as far as traps used usually to guard an area that you yourself don't want to go in and interact with. They're sort of unwieldy, just attack without discretion. Did you encounter such an item?
Yes, the bear folk dropped one off for our employer. Luckily, we were there to screen it and destroy it before the matter got out of hand. So we're trying to track it back to its source so we can settle it once and for all.
Did your employer have a bounty on someone, or who was your employer?
A local singer named Kodash.
What was he employing you to do?
He was having a concert, and we were his private security.
Oh, security. I thought you had a singer who wanted to off somebody. My apologies. Let me see. So you encountered a gnarl jack. Yeah, he pulls out a form and begins writing these down. You encountered a gnarl jack while providing security detail towards what was his name?
Kodash Inc.
Kodash. He's a drummer, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's the word.
Primal drug.
Well, I can see how he would certainly attract more primal individuals to his. Anyway,
I see what you did there.
excuse me.
What?
And he just sort of looks at you, deadpan.
Same.
Moving on.
Would you happen to know of
Okay.
any suspected source of these items?
Oh no, they turn up here now. Nasty bit of tool. Again, like I said, normally used to protect something that you yourself don't ever intend to retrieve. Not normally a offensive item. But I suppose if you just wanted to toss one in and make a mess of things, it certainly would do that.
No, it certainly did.
This one was magically bound to be inactive until opening.
Yes. Well, I will file this report, and I'll put in a request. If you do, you have the time and date? You said was last night. What time? About
11?
Fairly late, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty late.
Yes, sir. Okay.
It was later than that, but
And you say there were bear folk. Well, I can file this, and we'll send you a note if anything comes up about it. Oh, sounds pretty nasty.
It was pretty gnarly.
He just sort of looks at you.
I just laughed at myself. I'm
Yeah,
hilarious.
yes.
I will tell him thanks for his time.
I don't know if he just upset somebody. I don't. Any organized crime areas around here? Well, around here. Like I said, Memphis doesn't really have such barbaric attacks. He
Where
must
does?
made. Oh, there's a group of individuals in the other plateaus that are not quite as savory. Not to be so politically correct, but just immigrants from Durham that hang out near Kyber's Gate over in the Upper Cogs area. You know, Millions Gate in Lower Durham. Over there, they might have done something like this, but I don't. Unless they ink upset the wrong folk, they normally wouldn't operate around here.
well, it's worth looking into.
Good way to get ourselves killed, too.
Also, yes,
Oh,
we'll just come back tomorrow.
I wouldn't go traipsing about over there looking for trouble. They're quite riled up with all of the, happenings in Durham as it is quite edgy and defensive.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's what happens when paladins raid your lands.
Whoa. What are you trying to say, bruh?
Saying the Silver Flame is bullshit.
I will knock your ass out.
Now.
I will fire you.
I will steal
He's
your
the one
way.
who pays you.
Not if I fire him.
I'm just going to tell the guy thanks and kind of usher those two out the door.
Yes, good day. And he goes and he files the form somewhere, sticks it in a filing cabinet.
Magical, I presume.
I now harbor a permanent resentment for Thwonk. With Thwonk.
Yeah.
Apparently.
As you guys are coming out, you see Al Pacino wandering over to you guys.
Hey guys.
All right.
I figure he's drunk.
Oh, whoa.
Apparently his hangover is less severe than Yekel, who went to go lie down.
You don't know what it's like in our district, alright?
Apparently you just get drunk every night. You've already
They
been
live
docked,
above a tavern.
You've been docked 3/4 pay for the week, just so you know.
It's unacceptable.
You should have shown up on time.
Yeah.
It was
We
one
had-
time.
We had work to do. Where were
What'd you guys do?
Work.
Is that like right here in this building?
No,
I
we've
was
been out wandering
scavenging.
the streets.
I was looking
We've been
for
out
friends
wandering
last
the
I
night.
spent all this
We
time
just drank too
looking
much.
for you.
Hmm. Well, if
Right.
you
Is there
did
any-
you find Yekel?
Is there any chance Alpha found anything useful or heard anything useful last night?
If he
No.
did, he doesn't remember it.
Yeah, sorry. It was like 15 too many for us, but Yekel's out for the day for sure.
You guys want to check out the upper core area, or you think
The
it's just
what?
gonna be a trap?
The upper core?
Is that what they call it? The lower district? But the upper part of it?
Let's look at the map.
I don't remember the map.
You're talking about the cogs.
Yeah, the cogs. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Same thing, core cogs.
I was like, it was a C word, but it doesn't sound right.
Wait, are we in the lava pools?
Yes.
No.
No, if you look at the
We're in
map
the
of
lower
Sharn,
Yeah.
you're in the lower city. The
Right.
cogs is below you.
Okay. So we think the bear people are in the cogs?
Well, that was one of the places he listed off as gang activity areas.
I'm sure. For some reason, I thought I remembered someone mentioning that the bear people were hired.
It's possible.
Or maybe it was a gift that was given.
Oh. I didn't
No.
realize you were here.
Eh,
So much for him being super drunk.
You also don't get money.
Yeah. We've also been docked 3/4 pay for the week.
Owen and I are gonna start our own business. I think
Good luck.
Well, your characters are
Maybe like
copyrighted,
a-
you can't use them.
we'll start like a tavern or something.
As Secretary of War, I will be forced to destroy your business.
Yeah.
I will
be
have
forced
to-
apologize.
I will be forced to defend my business.
Yekel also wanders up and says he apparently had invented a cure for hangovers
Oh.
and made a pill and took it this morning, which worked perfectly. Unfortunately, he was too drunk to remember how he invented it.
I'm gonna give
Could
it
have
a
had thousands of gold.
Just a one-time thing.
All right, guess we're gonna have to go back to your work until you figure it out how to do it again. I give you permission.
You know, he's gonna need me to, buy all the shots and give him the drinks too. So I think I should probably
Wait,
go
where
with
did
him.
you get all the money?
We I have no idea.
Give me the money, Lebowski.
I told you we made a lot of friends. We just don't remember any. Maybe we'll see them someday and they'll remember us.
And they'll hate you because you didn't pay for anything.
Pay them back.
No, they had to have gotten just as drunk as us. That's the only answer to this.
Anyway, so
So yeah, want to go to the cog/core cogs?
Can I stop at the library and ask the librarian who owes us if he knows anything about Gnarl Jack?
Yeah.
I thought we already learned about it.
I mean, we
you
learned a
can-
little bit about this. I
You
guess
can-
we could just go straight to the cogs.
If you want,
That's
you
fine.
can continue up to the library.
No, we'll go straight to the cogs. That's fine.
Okay. So you guys head down into the cogs again. Like last time, the streets are kind of barren right now and with their much increased security patrol coming through. And that's in the cogs just below Memphis.
Would I have full health right now or no?
Yeah, be back up to full.
And spells and everything?
Yep. Yeah, you've
Would-
rested. This is the next day after the.
Well, I
Sadly,
mean, we
you
were
did
out
rest.
pretty late, so I didn't know if we actually got to rest.
Yeah, I'm doubting asking this. Do Owen and I get full health and full spells?
Yep.
Perfect. Wow.
Quite the fill.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, you just had to sleep in. That's why you guys are so late.
That's why you're not getting paid.
What? How much do we get paid a day again?
Nothing.
0.
Okay. Well, I'm glad this worked out for the best.
Yep.
It's important you know how worthwhile you are to the company.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere specific in the cogs that you would like to investigate?
We don't have a map, so we don't really know.
Allow me to look at the map.
We have a map.
Not of the cogs.
We have the overview though, so we can kind of look.
That just tells us the cogs.
Well, but there's
What do
still
you
the different. If you look at the overview, there's still the plateau cogs, the Tavix landing cogs, the central plateau
Do I
cogs.
not have this?
Sharn overview, not Sharn overview. It's one of the handouts. It's a top-down view.
Yeah.
Dust cogs.
Yeah.
So
And
there's
those,
like Mentis Plateau cogs?
yeah,
Oh.
we don't know the specific district in those cogs, but we know like the overall sections of the cogs.
That's weird.
I kind of remember hearing them say higher plateau. But I could be wrong. Once Ross gets those accents on, you never know.
Good thing you guys write everything down
I
as
don't
I
even
say it.
see a higher plateau.
Our secretary wasn't here.
Sure.
It's true.
We'll just have to play it back on Twitch. Surely our loyal fans will tell us in Twitch chat here in a second.
There's no one watching except Ross.
Wait, what fans?
You're loyal fans.
Spence was watching for like 10 minutes.
Then he got bored.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because we didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
What else could we do?
So, the district of the cogs underneath the Memphis Plateau is called Blackbones. And then there's an area a little bit to the north called Kyber's Gate, and then there's an area on the west that's called Ash Black.
Oh yeah,
Hyper's
you did mention
Gate sounds
Cyberscape.
right.
Unlike
Cypress Gate sounds right.
the rest of the towers, this is just sort of the base level, and it's only divided up into the three sections. So there's black bones underneath where you are. Ash Black to the west, and then Kyber's Gate, which is got sort of like one of the entrances into Sharn in it.
Let's check it out.
Follow
I mean,
me.
I won't have any problems with drum citizens. I'm one of them. You guys are fucked though.
I'm gonna have a
Undead.
disgusted
What's
face
the
on my
worst
look
they're
the whole
gonna
time.
do?
Okay, so you head over there. It's sort of like a city underneath the city. There's homes and shops just carved into the walls, and it's a kind of a maze, but the streets are more like these giant tunnels. They're wider than the buildings and a little higher, but it's pretty warm and a little smoky. But that's mostly coming from the other two districts, Ash Black and Blackbones, which have lava flows going through them. So there's a lot of industrial works there, and that smoke is coming into Kyber's Gate from there, not coming from Kyber's Gate directly.
Fair enough.
So what sort of things are you looking for? Are you just gonna walk around?
Yeah, we're gonna wander around looking for bears or bear people.
All right, make an investigation check.
Ooh, I'm good at the second help. Must get to character sheet before everyone else.
I can give you
All you-
guidance. Guidance,
Clint
yeah.
makes the investigation.
With
Ah.
guidance,
Your plus
Boom.
0 almost beat my plus 7.
Okay. As you've walked over to here, you definitely see a lot more larger races, trolls, bear folk, ogres, that kind of stuff. They seem to be a lot more involved in the industrial districts than they are up above in the theater district where you were looking before. So there are a lot of it's not a huge percent, but from time to time you do see the odd bear folk walking around, going to or from work.
None that look strikingly familiar.
None that look like the two that you interacted with.
Were they brown? I mean, I can't tell. I wasn't there. But were they, Joe? Were they brown bears?
It was dark, so I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they were ever in light. Or not much light, anyway.
No, they definitely weren't polar bears.
So not white.
Because they didn't come inside, so unless there's...
Were they panda bears?
I
What?
have no idea what you
When
just
you say
said.
panda bears?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
More like koala bears.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, they were
Would they drop bears?
brownish furred, brownish blackish furred. Why? Why do you ask so disappointedly?
They would drop bears.
Murder bears,
Bear sharks?
bear sharktopus.
Bear Sharknado.
Is there a reason you're asking, Clint?
A barricade?
I'm just, I'm wondering, who we should be looking out for. Anyone of dark-skinned complexion or fur complexion. That's all.
Clint, could you use Steve's Cant to say that you're looking for like magical black market, or like that you're looking to buy a gnarled jack?
I mean, I could, but I would need to find the right place for that.
Try to use character names.
Oh, sorry. Well, Thunk, if you are broadcasting that just every once in a while, you might get approached by the right guy since we're just on the street.
Those aren't the kind of things that people just approach you about buying.
If you're using the secret language, it might be.
Yeah, only to the right people. If I just start talking to everybody on the street, it's not really the kind of language that's going to stay a secret very long, is it?
Thieves can't.
Sorry, I thought there were like hand signals and stuff too.
Probably.
Yeah, so like hand signals would be more discreet.
It's still something that you would be using towards a specific individual that you had your attention, not just something you're broadcasting.
Right.
I think you just put hands together and make like an alligator mouth to represent the bear trap.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just wander around.
Yeah, that should work.
Like, with my wrists together, clamping my fingers like a bear trap.
Yeah,
That's going to be very subtle.
I mean, you'll
do
look
agree.
real special.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, man, we can poke around and see if we can find like a weapon shop that we might be able to ask if, they would know where we find some magical weapons.
Well, boy, this is like the first campaign all over again.
Pretty much. Mind you, we can actually buy them this time if we wanted to, but
I don't have money.
I mean, in theory, we could buy them. In reality, yeah, we don't have them.
Thwack has money.
No, I don't. Technically, right now, Nero has money. Which is probably not a good thing, but here we are.
Mhm.
So you're gonna go look around for a shop?
Yeah, for weapons shops, armorers, that kind of thing.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Did we schedule another show with Ink
Yeah, next
Getting
week.
paid double for it.
in a week? Okay.
Oh wow, Adam did it.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Double paid.
Yeah, all 5 gold.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of like shops that sell weapons, like swords and armor and stuff. You don't see anything that looks like it would deal with a magical weapon. Although you do come across this small shop that doesn't have any windows, and it just has like an image of a bleeding dragon on the top of it.
That sounds pretty cool.
We should go in there.
Yeah, totally.
It's got like a stylized dragon with an injured leg and a few drops of blood coming across. But as you walk up to the door, it is locked.
I don't necessarily think we should pick it, but is there like can we look around for secret buttons or anything?
How about we knock?
Knocks?
Make an investigation check.
We'll look at a hunting store because it's not an offensive weapon.
What?
It's a possibility. Looking for a hunting store, potentially. God damn, Adam.
I'm no good at fighting, but I can investigate.
My Discord's really lagging too because
No, you don't find any like buttons or magical entrances or secret entrances or any sort of trigger to get the door to open. No.
Yeah, I mean, we can knock. Is there any kind of special... Do I know of any, thieves can't knocks?
Sure. What would you like to get across in your knocking?
Please open the door.
There's a little bit of that, but looking for weapons? Looking to buy? Looking to buy. Let's go looking
Looking
to
to
buy.
buy? Okay. Yeah, you knock, and after a few moments, a sliding opening appears in the door. It slides open, and you see the eyes of a changeling looking through. And he says, "How about you? What would you like?"
Oh, God. What do we want to say?
Hold up your hands and make an alligator face.
God damn it. It's stuck in my head. I'll say we're mercenaries and looking for something to keep people away from a particular place.
Who do you work for?
Ourselves, we're independents.
What group?
Do we want to say our real group name?
Sure.
The Fighting Snuffleupagus?
Good reference.
Now, where have you heard Snuffleupagus?
Yeah, you haven't
From
heard
trivia.
before.
From the Sesame Street. God damn it.
Thwack doesn't watch Sesame Street?
Did you not hang out on Sesame
No,
Street?
but Thunk does.
He sort of looks around, and then he closes his eye slot, and after a moment he opens the door and lets you in.
We'll thank him and wander in.
He goes,
What specifically are you looking for? On cask, by the way. I mostly deal in alchemical components. I suppose.
Okay.
Are you looking for some sort of poison to trap
could
something
work.
with?
Could work. We're also maybe thinking about looking for traps. We weren't sure. This looked like the kind of place that at least could point us in the right direction. But
Don't do traps usually.
yeah, but poisons would be good. We would think about maybe using an inanimate object, something like a bear trap. Maybe with we could put poison on it, keep people. Make sure that even if people get there and happen to find what they're looking for, they don't live very long.
Yeah, sure. You want just like a poison, like spring trap? You like a bear trap? Like, are you trapping animals? What are you after? Subtle.
Possibly.
hidden?
I think a bear trap would be about the size we're looking for.
Something large.
Trying to hide it, or do you want people to know it's there?
If it could
Probably
be,
hide it.
if it could be activated, that would be good. Probably hide it, but then, once they know it's there, we'd like
You
it
can come to life
get
and
the
kill
job.
them. Yes.
We'd like it to get the job done.
Are you gonna wink at him too, or
Is this like something you want to be able to remove and replace, or like a fixed location? Something that once you put it in, it's not going to go away.
Fixed location should
Yeah.
do the trick,
Rebel-
right, guys?
Yep.
I have good animal handling, by the way. If you want me to make any rolls, just gonna throw that out there right now.
Portable
Well,
until activation would be
Like
helpful.
in
I'm not
dread
really-
rolls?
Trap specialist.
They're
But once
fine.
if you create some sort of, I don't know, you want like closing walls, spike walls or something with some poison. I can provide poisons.
Okay. Would you
Yeah,
know where we
poisons.
could find a trap master or that kind of workman?
Perhaps.
We would be happy to purchase the poison up front if you would be able to point us in the direction.
Can I do an inside check to see if he knows what he's talking about with poisons?
Sure.
I'd also like to
You have no idea.
I'm just gonna walk away.
You're just gonna start playing with them.
I'm gonna guard the door.
You also have no idea what you're talking about with poisons.
Yeah.
Me?
No. This Michael
I was just
A.
seeing if-
person.
I thought he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, but you totally believed that he did.
Oh yeah, he's great. I'm gonna go stand by the door and guard it.
Also, I
the
don't
only
know who you
door
are.
in this building.
You're an imposter to me at this point. Because you won't change your name!
What are you talking about?
I don't know who Michael A. is.
I don't either.
That's all I'm missing.
You're right, Ross. That doesn't count. That's my role.
I just sort of is looking back and forth to you guys. Listen, I'm gonna need to know more about you before I can refer you anywhere. What degree of poison do you want?
Third.
You just
Like,
sort of
there's a degree, maybe a bachelor's in IT would be good.
Oh, God.
Are you looking for a slow, agonizing, painful death? Just want to put him to sleep? Death on instant contact? Some sort of addictive substance?
Excruciating pain.
Something
Excruciating
that
pain.
just kind
Agonizing
of pains.
death.
A
Yeah,
paralytic,
agonizing.
or a relatively quick death would be.
Ooh, what we
Agonizing.
could do,
Where have you
Well, we
ever
Agonizing death.
Where have you ever heard the
No.
word paralytic?
we could do an agonizing one to one that I could heal him for, and then maybe we could save his life.
If you do a paralytic, we can just keep him there until we get back and then
Guys.
question him.
We wanted
No,
to
no. A
we wanted
paralytic.
to go on a trap that just finishes the job, so we might as well just go
Right.
with an agonizing death. We
But
want
no,
the
we're-
next people to show up to to like, no, we mean business.
Yeah, but we
Wait.
also kind of want the trap to be effective. So if it stops them
Yeah.
from moving while the trap gnarls on their face,
Does this mean I
Better.
can't revive them and
Wait.
animate them?
Wait, you want you want to put like a paralytic and then like activate a gnarl jack to tear them up while they can't move? And he sort of like grins.
yeah, that's kind of what
Or
we were
like
thinking. But
coat-
it depends on what we
the
can get our
gnarl
hands
jack
on.
with the paralytic.
He's
I
just
think-
like,
Right.
I
He's
think my
just like
character has to stand
smiles.
outside for this.
shit, that's dark.
You're not wrong.
It's like,
I will
Al
let
Pacino's
out a
walking
little bit of
outside.
my necrotic breath and just tell him that dark is our specialty.
And then I'll
Right.
use radiance. Because clearly not.
Shut up, Paladin.
like,
Whatever.
okay. Well, the paralytic shouldn't be that difficult to come up with as long as you're able to get a gnarl jack.
Oh, we misspoke. I meant a paramedic.
You wanna heal them while they keep getting eaten?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not a bad
Make
idea.
it longer.
Can we do a
That's,
paralytic and healing?
No.
I think I could come up with something.
We
That
want
might be a
it,
little too expensive.
we want it as messed
Never
up as
mind.
possible.
Forget that thought. Might be too expensive.
I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could keep casting Virtue on him and giving him 8 hit points every turn.
I don't.
It's a trap. We're
We're
not,
not
going
gonna
to
be
there.
there. You go back outside.
That's a good point. My
All
character doesn't
theoretical
know.
anyways. What are we using this on?
Yeah. What are we here for?
Oh my god, we're here to figure.
We're trying to suss out who made the gnarl jack.
By
Yeah.
making
Shut
our
up,
own?
Jackal.
Out of character.
Why do we care so much about this? It doesn't matter.
Because it might lead us to who made it.
We're trying
and
to
who wanted
figure
to kill
out
Ink.
who made the one
So-
that attacked us by making one ourselves.
Yes.
And then
By
killing the person.
buying one.
This is the dumbest
We're
plan
not
I've ever heard of.
actually- We're not actually going to kill anyone. We just need a reference to someone who makes gnarl jacks.
Well,
You guys are getting way.
we might as well make one and then put it by our shop.
Just kill people?
Don't ever get
Well,
any
maybe
We're
put it-
encouraging Owen.
Put it in front of the safe or front
When
of
you
the
guys
chest.
get arrested, I'm not
God.
bailing you.
I'll just flash.
Yeah, the
No,
company
just let Clint and I handle it.
All right. We trust you.
Do we?
Well, what you're asking
Yeah.
for is pretty nasty. On as far as the healing paralytic, that would be quite expensive, and a gnarl jack probably wouldn't serve your purposes anyway, since you wanted it to be discreet before it's activated. Gnarl jacks just sort of go.
Well, so here's the
Sure.
thing.
How do you transport gnarl jacks then if they are never discreet? There has to
You
be
have to
some
bind
way.
Oh, sure, they could be bound, put into a pocket dimension of some sort temporarily, but that's not a way that they can just be triggered from. You'd have to manually arm it, at which point subtlety is gone.
Right.
I think that still sounds
Kinda
like the
like,
path we
like
might want to
fireworks.
go.
You
Wait, how do you-
sort of set it off and
You
run.
manually arm it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
but
that's
the
pretty
one
much
guy
it.
who gave it to us, he handed us the box, and we opened it.
It was
The
magic.
Well, it
bag
was
arm.
bound with twine, yeah.
Yeah, it was already going in a pocket dimension.
Right.
So it was like trapped.
It's subtle
So,
until it's
do-
not subtle.
Do we
and that's
still
what
have
we
that
want.
box?
No.
That was,
It was
a
a
bag.
bag, and no,
Oh, that's sad. We should have kept it. Would have been perfect.
We went back
it,
to look for it
it
and couldn't
blew
find it.
away.
Like in the wind? In the
Yes.
alleyway?
We covered
Yeah,
this.
by the time we went back, it blew away. And so did the note.
Oh.
This
That's
is
And
like a
like they were-
wrapping.
They were
And then
just
we
like a
unwrapped
punished
the
red
twine.
bear. So can we just continue asking the guy where we can get a gnarl jack?
Well, okay, so yeah, that might actually. We'll just tell him that actually suits our needs pretty well. We want to make a statement, but we want it to be subtle until that point.
Sure.
We'll have a way to get it out of the pocket dimension when the time's right.
Okay. That's going to be expensive. Do you just? Are you gonna go with the healing paralytic? I can't make any guarantees
No, just a
on
paralytic is fine.
how long that will take. Just a paralytic. How? I guess you probably don't need them to be paralyzed particularly long. Maybe a
No.
minute or so.
Yeah, that's all.
You looking for several doses?
1 or 2.
Okay. I think I can come up with one for 500 per dose. And then if you get more, you said 1 or 2. We'll call it 5. Throw in the 5th one for free.
I'm assuming 500 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
If you can throw in the reference for who we could find to make a gnarl jack, I think that would be a good deal.
Guys, we don't even have that much money, much less honest.
Shut up! We don't need it now. We'll come back later.
I can send your name along. They're gonna have to check up on you, make sure you're on the up and up before they'll even approach you, though.
It's risky, but they'll come
Yeah.
to us. At the very least, they'll come to us when they realize we're looking for them, right?
Yeah, is that a good thing?
Nope.
Is it a good thing? Probably not. Does it help us try to find anyone who might know anything about the things we're trying to investigate? Maybe.
I agree. We should give him Nero Peck's name.
Oh,
no, we should
God.
tell them to meet us at whoever lives above the tavern, at their place.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
Owen
good
and I.
place.
But we're gonna be
Exactly.
drunk, so that's
They're gonna find
We
where
stop.
we live, guys. It doesn't matter, like, what we tell them.
We'll send them after Owen and Michael. It's fine.
yeah. Well, we'll be able to
Talk
defend
artificer
ourselves in
stuff
our
when he gets there.
drunken rage.
I'll
bigger problem
tell
is-
the guy that we're undercover on our current mission, so they'll need to be discreet about how they contact us.
You want to make a bluff check?
Guidance?
What is, yeah, deception.
Deception?
Yeah, hold on here. No, fuck. All right.
I made it. I have +4.
Guidance. Boom. 19.
Yeah. Well, okay. You're undercover. Oh, what? They're not gonna do business with you unless they figure out who you are.
Telling you,
I'm
throw
sure
a Nero
they'll
Peck.
find out, but
Listen, the best trap makers don't normally have like a storefront where they just sell to passerbyers on the street. They have a very specific clientele that they cater to, with security as it is these days.
Yep, that makes perfect sense. We just want to make sure that they don't blow our cover when they approach us, and that they aren't surprised if we are pretending to be someone other than the fighting Snuffleupagus guy. Our work is of a very
discreet.
secretive nature. Yes.
Great. I have every confidence they'll figure out who you are, but what is your... Do you have any contact information whatsoever?
Hand him the card.
One of the shitty cards.
Black market butcher.
This isn't one. Are you the black market butcher? He just raises an eyebrow looking at you.
We're on the other side. We are posing. We're posing as bounty hunters in the city to so they won't take away our magical weapons. And with that, I'll summon my sword and just kind of tell them that we're using it for the freedom to act.
Sure. Okay. But you have like a bounty hunting license, though, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yes, of course.
That should facilitate the legality of you having such an item. Maybe it won't be a big deal. Yeah, I'll give him this wanted poster.
That might work out for the best. They might think we're the black market butcher.
So should
Yeah,
I?
that's gonna go real well.
Should I put a hold on the poison until you have your trap first?
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, at least let us meet with them before we get the poison.
Would be appreciated.
Right. Sure. Okay. Anything else you'd like while you're here?
No,
A milkshake?
I mean unless you have Froger.
Chocolate milkshake. Oh yes.
I don't have any chocolate milk. I may have some other sustenances targeting
Like alcohol?
pleasure more than pain, if that's what you're looking for.
Tell us more.
You tell me what you're looking for.
Do you have anything that makes people really like us as soon as they meet us? Pretty much, like an aroma of some sort that we could.
He looks a little disappointed. Oh, you mean like some sort of charm potion?
They might, but it's too expensive.
It's not really my bag of tea. No.
What about something that you could put on an arrow that would give the victim giggle fits like immediately?
What, you fucking Cupid or something?
No, they just freak out so they're easier to attack.
No.
Can we just move along again?
So you want like a weaponized alchemical version of Tasha's hideous laughter?
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, like a mustard gas effect if possible.
Yeah. I can come up with a dose of that should be able to fit 30 arrows. Come on. But that would be around 6,000.
What?
I don't have the
How wealthy is this man
we got
that is
this.
running the shop?
All right, that's probably not.
ingredients on hand, and I'd have to special order some things. It'd also probably take a few weeks.
It's probably not worth the joke, so yeah.
Yeah, you have that much money to buy that just in your shop somewhere?
The lockdown on magical weapons and items has kind of put a damper in the business.
Seems legit.
So,
All right.
where to now?
We'll thank him for his time and head out.
Yep, good day.
That's a great fucking question. What else can we do?
I mean, we can look for bear folk gangs again still.
I mean, we can just try to. Is there any place that we can think of that we could just learn about the organized crime of the area? Because we haven't really done that.
I have a really stellar history check. Does that help?
We could ask the guards if they know anything about gnarled jacks or anybody having a gnarled
We
jack.
already did that before you showed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't really know anything. They filled out a request and they'll pass along some information on bear folk or gnarled jacks if they have any.
Abelix isn't from the city, so he doesn't have a great idea of the history of the city itself.
Never mind.
If we want crime, we could always go to the bar area where Owen and I live.
If we want
Talk to some drunk people.
Well, the cogs is rougher than that area, so there'd be more crime. There'd be more crime down
people
here.
know us in our area now. We get drunk with them.
Yeah,
we live
you,
right above the tavern.
Break into houses, threaten children and parents.
I don't remember that, but I'm not going to deny it. So.
Oh yeah, we did
I
do
didn't
that.
threaten any children. I picked up a parent. And we
Uh-huh.
broke into a house of somebody who was already dead. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
A dead guy
Real
isn't
well.
going to file trespassing. I found out where the house was.
It's getting pretty late now that you've gone up and down the plateau, looking around at different places and investigating.
Yeah, I mean, we can swing by the library, see if they have any books on crime, but I kind of doubt it. There's not a criminal justice program at the university, is there?
We could ask him to look up the symbol of the black market butcher, though.
Could also be valuable. Hey, let's do it.
You gonna try to go up to the library?
Yeah, I'll swing by the library.
Okay.
I'll go
Well,
too, why
the
not?
library is in Upper Memphis.
So it takes a while.
It does, and by the time you get up there, the university's kind of shut down and the library is locked for the night.
God damn it.
Saw that coming.
So,
I'm just gonna jump off the cliff now.
God.
okay.
When was our next show?
you die.
Do we not gonna miss it?
Fly!
But, I mean, it's not a big deal. You just wait for the next day.
Does that still work?
Hey, Mr. Inventor.
Does waiting for the next day still work? Yeah.
When's our next show?
Next week.
It's like in a week. It is currently the 17th of Lavarian. And the next show, well, it will be the next day, which I assume you're going to pass to. So you have 4 days until the next show.
Okay.
Hmm.
Can I try to make a gnarl jack?
I
in the
thought it was
background?
last night. How did we spend 3 days already?
They never said the week was 7 days.
Yeah, the week is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Yeah, you're right. It was actually the 14th. Oh no, okay, so it was the 15th, and it will be the 16th. You're right. I already advanced the
Owen,
date.
are you the supplier of the gnarl jacks?
I'm gonna try to make one.
Maybe
To the bear people?
No, I didn't make one for the bear people.
Wait, are you secretly
Uh,
against us?
maybe if you get really drunk, you'll make one.
Maybe.
I think it's worth a shot. I'll try it with you.
So over the week, I'm gonna try to make one.
All right, I'm gonna help you.
Okay.
Actually, what you should be working on is some way to traverse the ceiling of the cogs,
Why?
Yeah, what?
because I'm pretty sure that's what the black market butcher is doing, and we should probably be able to do the same thing.
Reversing the ceiling?
Traversing.
Traversing,
Oh, I thought you
like
said
travel.
reversing.
Yeah, we're just reversing the ceiling,
like,
so
that
we're flipping the
doesn't even
cogs
make
upside
sense.
down.
So it's the next day. You
do
guys
that.
going to head up to the library? Are you? Question.
Yeah,
Is this the same library that we
may as
saved?
well.
Yes,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
the
the same library we
university.
saved.
It's the
Great.
university library.
Maybe we'll run into our friend up there. We'll find out that he's dead now.
Well, I was hoping to run into him to ask
hope
him
not.
to look up stuff for us.
Yeah. So you head up to the library. Your buddy's there.
Okay.
Do we
Just
automatically just go to this room of the library?
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, this is just the library. I wanted to move to a different tab, Joe. So yeah, librarian Rescorin is there. He greets you as you come up in, and he's like, hello. I apologize, I didn't get to you. The meeting is set up for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had that.
Can we come with on the meeting?
Yes.
Yes, I
We're meeting them.
facilitated the meeting
Okay,
It's for
between
us.
you.
okay.
Oh, cool.
I wasn't sure if he was meeting his friend.
Yeah. No,
And just telling him.
I've already been in communication with him.
Okay. Thanks. Where and when?
Tomorrow afternoon. I'll come to your
shop, and I'll show you where.
Can I make sure that he's not like leading us into a trap? Does he seem trustworthy?
I can help with that.
Make an insight check.
I'm really bad at insight.
I
but okay.
I can do it. Let me do it.
Nah,
You didn't do any better.
You're both great.
But he's got advantage.
but we did it as a team, so it's
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
He has an advantage of a 9. So,
What?
yeah, the 5 and 9, the 9 is the best.
What?
Andrew
Why'd you
rolled
roll
ahead
high?
of you. He seems nervous, but otherwise you don't have any reason to doubt him.
Cool. Can I ask him
It's
to
saved at
look up a?
videos.
Can I ask him to look up a symbol for us, or if he can like assist us on history to find a symbol?
Sure. What is this symbol?
I'll show him the symbol of the black market butcher.
Sketch that for him.
And it's like, yes, I've seen that somewhere. Where did I see that? Oh my goodness, I don't know of any books. I feel like I saw that recently.
So
Wasn't
it seems to
repeating,
be
was it?
related to the black market butcher.
Yes, that's the symbol that's been appearing on. Yes. I don't believe I have any books. I don't know that that symbol has any particular historical significance. I believe it's just his coat of arms, so to speak.
And where have you seen that?
Oh, where did I see it?
Adam, do an insight check on this one for sure. Oh, that's even better.
I can do insight.
I'm-
25.
I'm giving you advantage too. I don't know where that exclamation mark came from, but
He's
why
like,
the heck?
it's like,
And why does that just add a 1?
It's
What is
exploding
going
die.
on?
Factorial.
So every time you roll a crit, you roll another die. So
No.
in case you rolled 2 crits.
yes,
Oh.
I remember now. There was a individual from the Thrain Office of the Inquisition who wanted to see if it was related to demons in any order. They were trying to see if they were going to investigate the black market butcher. I believe they found the symbol through one of their contacts in the City Watch.
Sure.
So we've already had contact with him. What was the result of your research for them?
I could not find it related to demons at all. They seemed quite upset with me. I believe that's why they refused to assist me and sent me to you.
That would make sense. They are always dicks.
So getting sent to us is a punishment? Asses.
They said
Silver Flame.
they said my issue was devil related and not demon related. Semantics, if you ask me.
Yes, I have no idea the difference between the two.
Well, devils are more bound by order and laws within their own hierarchies, whereas demons just attack and brutalize indiscriminately. Devils, I would say, are more dangerous. They can summon other devils and work in great armies and unified forces as opposed to demons, which usually just work by themselves and create as much chaos as they can by their own right, and instead of working together.
Yep. The
Thanks
Thrains
for the lesson.
I thought your question was rhetorical, but
Sorry, I get excited.
I want to give him a
Quite
high five.
all right, good friend.
What was the other thing we were going to look up? Organized crime in the area. In Sharn. There's a history of organized crime or anything like that. Well, more like what the history is.
Of course, there's of course, some historical accounts, but are you looking for more present-day events?
Preferably,
Yeah.
but the old guard could be useful too.
The archives of the Sharn Inquisitive might be more suitable to research of more recent events.
Are we allowed access to that?
Yeah, is that somewhere else?
Oh, I don't know. It's not part of the university. It's I'm not even sure where their office is.
I assume that's the paper.
Yes, the Sharn local newspaper.
Sounds legit. Shall we go there? Try to figure out where it is?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okie doke. We'll see here. Where would we? Shopkeepers, maybe. Anybody who carries newspapers might know. Let's go ask around. I guess shopkeeps.
Okay.
Is there a directory, a phone book we can look them up in?
No.
Is there like a town crier selling them on the street? Or a stall?
Yeah. So the days 16. Oh, so yeah, the newspaper comes out once a week, and that happens to be today. So there are newspaper stands, or like kid children usually, who are delivering these newspapers or standing on some street corners, especially around the university. It's not hard to find someone who's selling an issue.
Let's go offer a few coppers if they know where the office is.
Yeah, I was gonna do an investigation to see where the newspaper came from.
Okay.
That takes 10 minutes.
If
We
there's
could
a
just
smarter
ask.
way to do it, we can do that too.
I mean, we may as well just ask to start with, but we'll see.
Okay. Yes, you find like a little boy selling newspapers. Would you like to buy the latest issue of the Inquisitive?
Sure.
I'll nudge Thunk to hand him a couple coppers and ask him where the office is.
Yeah. He'll take the 2 coppers, hands you the newspaper, and he says, "Yeah, it's over this way." But do I know? Dun, 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 dun.
Ross doesn't even know where one shopkeeper out of like 500 is in his world.
Yeah, how did you not plan for this, Ross? Come on.
I'm sorry. I got the newspaper name down and the day that it prints, but I'm not sure where the offices are.
In Harry Potter, it'd probably be in London. Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's
we're
true.
in London, but yeah.
Fortuitously, it's the shop next door to ours.
Nero Peck is the actual author of the paper.
That's definitely not true. But you find it wherever it may be.
Cool.
And yeah, there's a lot of people working around the area, distributing it. But it's not too difficult to work your way to the current publisher, who's Half-Tack Irklarin.
Sorry. Say that again?
Half-Tack
Half-Tack?
Irklarin. Yeah.
That's a hell of a name.
Half-Tack Irklarin. The ear denotes royalty, remember.
Whoa, okay.
You come into his offices, and he's like, "Hey, how can I help you?"
We're looking for recent criminal activity in the area. Just news on it.
Yeah,
In
you're looking for the Black
particular-
Market Butcher?
Well, for one.
that too, but we are also interested in news of bearfolk criminals and gnarl jacks, as a couple of them left a nasty surprise for us.
Anybody know for that particular
I don't believe
case?
I printed anything like that recently. No. Most of our criminal reports have been focusing on the black market butcher and how he's terrifying the cogs. People are worried he's going to move up into the lower districts soon.
Would you happen to have a list of all the murders he's done in the cogs? The guard said they would have to take like 2 weeks to tell us that.
Well, I don't know the official count or anything, but over here, this he pulls out the current issue and he's like, you already have one. Look here. Last count, 14 missing people in the cogs, later found without limbs. Some sort of murderous rampage. This may be related to the black market butcher, but before these even were missing, the Kyber Gate itself was under siege by some sort of creature turning citizens to stone, and they had their faces etched with this symbol or something, some calling card. The officials won't tell us exactly what. Marched in their foreheads. Now people turning limbs.
Was it a black symbol?
Black. It was
Black symbol?
It was.
Yeah.
Fuck you talking about?
It was a symbol
Like
carved
You know,
into
the blood of the
forehead.
crypt?
Oh.
Is it the same symbol as the black
What was
market
on it?
butchers?
The officials haven't given us a. Do you know the black market butcher's symbol?
We did find. We did happen upon one of the crime scenes and did find a symbol.
Well, I may be able to provide you with a finder's fee should you have such information.
For the finder's fee and any updates or free information that you get about the black market butcher, we could share that with you.
Yeah. Okay. What are you looking for? What would help make that information fall into my lap?
Just so you already have given us the names of 14 people. If you can also round up some more details on the attacks in Kyber's Gate.
Hey, every detail I have printed already.
Oh, you have
and
archives we can visit?
Going forward, could you have a paper delivered to our office?
Yes, the subscription is 3 gold pieces annually.
Oh, that's a piece of cake. We can afford that.
That's like a third of our gold.
And
I mean, yeah, but the information.
God. Sure, why not?
it's an
Treasure.
annually,
Does
though,
it
right?
include celebrity gossip?
If we
1 year
catch the black
subscription.
market butcher, we get 10,000. So 3 is pretty small.
We are making a deal with him right now for how much he wants to buy the information for, so
Right. So
you could always, get the subscription for free plus some.
Well, so what we should also be figuring out is what kind of information we can find about organized crime in the area. Not necessarily black market butcher related, but potentially.
That's true.
We also need to
Yeah.
find out what the attacks in Kyber's Pass were all about. That sounds real bad.
Wasn't that Kyber's Gate?
Kyber's Gate, thank you. Kyber Pass is a real place.
Yeah, with and they had people turning to stone. So that's
Right.
already been published.
Yeah,
We
so
can get
access to the
access-
archives.
Access to the archives, a subscription, and say like 7 gold for the symbol, and a detailed write-up of the crime scene as we found it.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a subscription to the magazine for 5 years. I'll give you a back copy of every issue we've printed in the past year. And I'll have one of my boys come down and do a feature on you. You're some sort of investigation group, right?
Yes, we are.
What do you call it?
DedEx,
DedEx?
and I will hand him one of the good business cards.
Yeah, DedEx. I like it. It's a catchy name. Catchy name. Yeah. I'll send a guy down. He'll do like a profile on you and like one of your distinguished members.
Oh, perfect. You can send it to my office.
Sure. Now, what's that symbol?
It's like
show
the
them.
FedEx logo.
Yeah, I'll draw the symbol out for him, I guess.
It's like, huh.
And I'll tell him that the description.
How do you know this is it?
It was found etched into the crime scene of someone who had missing limbs in the cogs.
We were able to find that the creature had a third arm, and it was shoving the body parts, grabbing from the people into a bag. It's tall and lanky, and it disappeared up the building where that symbol is carved. And
Creature, you say?
I
Right, so
personally investigated the building, and there's no traces
It's
where
not.
he ran off to.
You're saying it's not a man, but some sort of creature?
Well, it's some sort of humanoid creature. Hard to say for sure.
Well, with the attacks paralyzing people, perhaps we're dealing with one man unleashing multiple creatures. Yes, that would make sense. How does he control them, and why does he attack his victims? Yes, it's all compelling. I like it. Yeah, where are you located?
We'll tell 'em.
Yeah.
We are in Torchlight.
Lower
Yeah.
Memphis Plateau.
Torchlight Lower
Yeah.
Memphis. Got it. Yeah. I'll send a guy with the subscriptions. Might take a bit to come up with all the back issues. A couple days. And you already have this week's, right? Yeah. So we'll set up your subscription. And yeah, thanks for your information. And anytime you want to leak something, don't forget about me.
If you ever have anything you want to pay to have investigated, you know who to contact.
Sure,
I
of
think
course. Of course, yeah. If I ever need my reporters to have a little backup.
That too.
Yeah. Excellent. Nice to do business with you.
Yeah, you too.
All right. See you around.
Now Ross has to write up a year's worth of newspapers.
Yep.
Nice.
Is there anything else we want to do, or do we just want to do our own thing until the meeting tomorrow?
I
mean,
can't really
we'll
think
just
of
spend the
anything.
rest of the day doing a general investigation on, like, Black Market Butcher and Bear Trap, the Bear Group, and all that.
Yeah, we're gonna read the
Nothing
shit out
noteworthy.
of that newspaper.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are. I'm above that. To steal Joe's line.
Can we find a map of the cogs anywhere? Like, is that a thing?
Not of the cogs. It was only it's separated into 3 districts, right?
Yeah, no.
8.
I don't have a handout for it, but I have a map in a book. But I don't have a handout for it. I'll look for one.
Okay, I was just curious. Because one of the things that could be helpful is plotting out where all the Black Market Butcher murders have been. And where around Kyber's Gate they have also those attacks took place. And trying to correlate them, see if maybe there's a pattern.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a detailed plotting of where all the locations were, other than just this general neighborhood.
Right. But that might be enough. If they're all centered around, centered around Kyber's Gate, then who knows?
I'm gonna ask Yekel if he thinks between the two of us there are any like cool arrows we could make for Stunk between my blacksmithing skills and his tinkering.
That sounds awesome.
Gunpowder arrows?
Yeah, like can we make him some exploding arrows or something while we're just hanging out at the shop?
He's trying to make a gnarl jack.
This sounds way cooler.
By the way, he has ADD.
Yep.
If he gives me the gunpowder, can I use my blacksmithing tools to try to make some
Well,
explosive arrows?
it's essentially casting Thunderwave, or small Thunderwave inside the barrel. So there's no gunpowder.
Oh, there's no gunpowder?
Yeah. But maybe we could make the arrow tail cast a little tiny Thunderwave or something.
'Cause I
should make like a rail gun.
Ooh.
Or can I make like a grappling hook arrow so that if Clint wants to try to climb the ceiling of the cogs, he can shoot his way up there?
I mean, that doesn't even sound magic.
I got
That isn't.
a map of the Sharn Upper Cogs now under your maps. Boom. So that lower little area inside of the U, I guess, would be the Memphis Plateau. That's normally where you guys have been hanging out. It's in the Black Bones area of the Cogs. And then Kuiper's Gate is to the north of that.
And the Black Bones is now where the most recent murders have all been.
Yeah, that's where the yes.
And Kuiper's Gate was the people turned to stone attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back.
So how are we going to
Well-
start combat this week? Gotta get some experience.
Let's go fight a bar. And I don't mean like pig fight in a bar. I just mean let's go find a building and start beating the crap out of it.
Yeah,
Says the guy who was mad that I intimidated someone on the street.
Hey, I'm not picking fights with people.
it's just objects.
Right.
If you objectify the people,
If
mean-
Owen makes enough gnarl jacks, we'll get experience from fighting them.
You're right.
Just let them all loose.
Oh God, that would destroy us.
Throw him in Nylandris' bedroom and call it good.
No.
He's so above us. We'll see how above us he is after they gnaw off his legs.
So okay, here we go. We'll go to some of the really fancy parts of Sharn, and we'll say we've got a report of a gnarljack on the loose up here, and then we'll let one loose, and then we'll collect the money for taking care of it.
You monster. All right. What are you guys trying to create items, or are you doing an investigation for the rest of the day?
Well, it all really circles around that gnarljack based on the plans that we just discussed. So we probably should do that. You weren't listening, right, Ross?
Nope.
All right, great, perfect.
So we're
I mean-
making gnarljacks.
Are we gonna get experience for destroying our own creations?
I would like to try to make a grappling hook arrow or two for Clint.
A grappling hook arrow?
Yeah, just like a way to launch it up with more force than like we could throw it.
We could probably make it fit into the boomstick. That'd probably
Or
be
yeah,
the
or if we could fit it into the boomstick, that'd work too.
Okay. You want to
I
work
just
on
wanna make-
developing a grappling hook attachment for the boomstick.
Yes.
Yep, we shoot it out, it goes in, and then like hooks pop out and catch into whatever we shoot it at.
Sure.
And then there's a string so we can climb up faster.
Old school Batman grappling
Yep.
hook.
If my Smith's tools proficiency allows me to try to make something like that.
Your Smith's tools proficiencies will in no way help in the making of this device.
What?
Would be the grappling hook itself, but that's about it.
Yeah. Right.
Fine.
Okay.
All up to Owen then. Or, sorry, all up to Yepel.
So I assume I can spend a few days on this. So I think
Yeah, it's gonna take a few turns or a
2 days.
few days working on this. I'm trying.
Meanwhile,
to
there are lots of
decide-
explosions in the office, and our neighbors are getting angry.
Sucks to be
this
them.
is over the bar. Do this at home.
Oh God!
That's why we put him in that district, so he can experiment without people getting upset.
And if the landlord comes and is like, knock it off, and be like, hey, it's only $300. What do you
you don't have at your house.
Yep.
You purchased your house outright. But
Okay.
it is above a bar, so the people below you may.
You get pissed.
Yep.
It's not usually
Like
how
a bar at rush hour is concerned about noise.
I mean, it is when it's gunshots.
Most people don't even know what a gunshot is.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's true.
probably true in this universe. They might still be scared of it, though. When things get that loud, that's not a good sign.
It literally sounds like thunder.
And that's why Alpa is down there drinking with all the patrons, assuring them everything is fine.
Okay, it's going to cost you, in order to research this, 100 gold worth of materials and 1 week.
That's a lot of
That's
money.
probably too
CFO.
expensive too.
How badly do you want to hang from the ceiling, CFO?
No. Can I trust it with my life?
I mean, can anyone cast fly, perhaps, or spider climb, or something?
This won't guarantee success. This is just in an attempt to research it.
I can fly for 30 seconds or something. A
mean-
minute.
We can give it like a thing that casts Featherfall on you, maybe.
That might be necessary, nonetheless. This
I
is
could get spider climb next time we level up, but that doesn't help.
I would not be against the idea. However, that is a lot of money. We have some money. Let's do it.
How much money do we have?
A fair bit.
I'm not willing to agree until I know how much we have.
Who says you need to agree?
I
just
certainly need
asking.
to agree.
I only asked the CFO. You don't even know about this yet.
I'll shut down this project so fast you make your head spin.
Yep.
Yeah, this is between the CTO and me.
What the hell's the CT?
It was my idea. I know about it too.
Okay, there's that. So, Chief Technology Officer, by the way.
Just don't complain when we don't have any money.
I mean, that's reasonable. But at the same time, you're literally offering me something that would give me the ability to fly for short periods.
Wait, aren't you a bird?
It's too bad you don't have wings.
Yes. Yes. Also, yes.
You're pretty
So I think I'm going to agree, just because. And you said it would take, what, a week to do?
Yep.
Don't screw this up.
Alright, so you're giving him the money.
Yep.
Cool.
So I'm gonna try to make a grappling hook projectile that casts Thunderwave on its end that fits inside a cylinder.
Cast Thunderwave on its end.
Well, it doesn't
like
have
the,
to cast Thunderwave, right? Your stick propels it up.
Okay.
It just
well,
has
so-
to latch into the ceiling or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Instead of it casting Thunderwave on itself, how about we'll have it protect its user with Featherfall?
You're getting pretty complicated.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, we'll see what you can do.
All right.
I'm gonna have you roll and make a
Featherfall's
check
start story.
once you finish.
Okay.
So it is currently the 16th, and it will be done on. If I could view my own goddamn map. Okay.
The 23rd.
Yeah.
I mean, how much does a Featherfall amulet cost normally? So we could just do that. For the Featherfall bet.
That's true.
Doesn't necessarily have to be integrated.
Or like a fly amulet, for that matter.
Alright, we could just have it cast fly on itself, and then it would be like the thing from Just Cause 2.
Oh God.
Can you get those rocket chargers and so we can attach it to people?
Right, and then have them explode.
Oh yeah, and then he gets 2 of them, and then he can have it pull.
Actually, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. A projectile that is capable of flying, but is projected by the boomstick so that it flies in a direction. That's not a terrible idea.
Okay. So you're not going to do anything else in this day, or?
I mean, we're kind of waiting for the paper stuff, right? We can investigate the hell out of
the
October.
meeting's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's just want to wait and chill out until the meeting.
I'm going to read the hell out of the newspaper.
Well, we don't. I mean, we have this week's issue. We don't have the other ones yet.
I'm going to read the hell out of this week's issue.
Yeah, the main feature article is about how the City Watch is completely inept and unable to stop the large string of murders that has been happening in the COGS. And citizens in the lower and higher wards are all getting concerned that maybe it's going to actually affect rich people that matter.
Like us?
Like you.
So maybe.
Other than that, there's just some comments sort of disparaging against the king and his focus on protecting the borders of the country as opposed to the capital city.
Wait, this is a monarchy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a republic.
Well,
What kind of shithole do we live in?
there's the king is functions more like a prime minister. There is like a council that does it's like a Congress that does most of the decision making, but
So kind of like England.
sort of, except
But the king is the prime minister.
yeah,
So
basically. So the king has more power than in England, but is still subjected to the sort of congressional group that he also that the king at one point established.
So is this an elective monarchy, or...
Yeah, those are elected. The king is not elected. The councils are elected.
So at some point, his nobles forced him to set up a Congress, and now he's kind of beholden to it.
Yeah, do you want to make a history check on that?
Oh, I got
I mean, I'm really bad at history, but I can.
Oh, no, I got it. Airvax, come on, man.
You can have it. 14.
Oh, 4, huh?
Pretty sure it was guidance on my check.
Yeah, Clark didn't get that one from me.
Why?
You didn't need it, Clark.
Why is anyone other than the +7 guy rolling these?
Because I was the one who was asking about it.
You're
You
an
just share your
idiot.
great ideas with me. And then I give you a little history lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So your guy is not very good at history.
Yeah, but if I'm the one asking about it, why shouldn't I roll it?
Because you suck ass.
I mean, true, but
We're metagaming here.
Well, what we should do then is not give Clark advantage and let him roll, and then he can ask Adam, and then we
What
can
we
give
should
Adam
do
advantage
is not
and
let
help Adam.
Clark play.
Wow, that's
Hey,
very
there you
hard.
go.
He's asking good questions, but he doesn't need the group roll when he rolls the first time.
Yeah, so the government of Breland is a constitutional monarchy.
Oh, it is.
The
okay.
current king is King Boronel. And then there's a Brelish parliament, which also works alongside him to sort of keep him under check, although he has a large amount of power, especially in regards to wartime decisions and moving the military. Whereas the parliament focuses more on working on laws and stuff that dictate how the country is run for the most part.
You wrote that all down, Secretary?
No. Is it important?
Maybe.
You know, when we become kings, we're going to need to know how monarchies work.
For
Yeah,
kings, we can make it up.
In addition to the Brelish monarchy or the Brelish parliament, Sharn itself has representatives from each of its districts that work in that come together in the Sharn City Council, which governs the city itself.
Hmm.
So the monarchy and the parliament are not in Sharn. They're in the capital of Rote. Which is not far from Sharn, but it's up the Dagger River a bit.
Huh.
Rote is a smaller city, though, so that's why it was referred to as the capital city, although it's not really the capital of the country. Just a important city.
Interesting. Still haven't found anybody who's willing to brief us on organized crime.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. So the day ends, the next day comes, and you guys meet up with your little librarian friend. Raskorin.
Let's go say hi to his buddy. Why are we doing this again?
I had some
Black
black
market
content.
butcher connections.
All right. Just
I don't
curious.
remember though because I didn't write it down.
What's our secretary writing down?
What do you mean?
What does our secretary have to say about this meeting and the person we're meeting with?
Bark, 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 bark.
He's mainly doodling in the margins.
Yeah, I noticed.
Juniper.
This is the person I'm pretty sure who gave the guy the bag who had the demons or whatever in it.
What?
Oh,
The
you think
librarian.
You think
So
it's
the
a librarian's
librarian-
friend?
It's yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that part. But
I'm
what
pretty-
significance do you have for the black market? Like, what did he get? I forget what exactly he bought. That there's a book or a catalyst or something that he was using
Yeah.
to do
It
research.
was an amulet, right?
Oh
I don't
yeah.
remember if it was an amulet or he was reading something from a book or something, but
It was a magic omelet.
Yeah, omelet. That's great.
So did that have like bacon in it, or was it just like a vegetarian?
There's mostly metal.
That would be poisonous.
Oh,
No.
Ross, he doesn't like bacon. I mean,
So it was a deviled omelet. It was a deviled omelet.
Yeah, deviled omelet.
Pretty much.
But anyways, yeah, we're basically gonna be probing them for information on the black market butcher. So it's pretty much all Adam.
Okay.
Great.
I will. I guidance any question that you have.
No, I'm gonna stand in the background and probe their mind while someone else is our front.
Okay.
So
Clark's the
airback.
best at questions.
I only have a +4 on persuasion, which isn't the highest, so
That's fine. I'll give you guidance.
Landris, what's yours?
On persuasion?
+6.
Perfect. There we
I got
our
a
man.
I got a +7 for insight if you fail, Adam, to do your sidekick rolls or whatever.
If we need deception, I'm your man.
Alright, what are we talking about?
It's all tab out of his game.
All right, so
I'm trying to eat.
the librarian takes you to conveniently the Forge Light Towers,
All right, we should probably write this down.
the residential district, where
Owen, are you writing?
Yeah.
All right. Forge Light Towers.
it brings you to like a small little park within the residential district. Well,
Oh my god,
there's a lot
Howard.
of houses in the area. I mean, it's all houses and townhouses, and then there's like this just little park that's sort of in the center. You've seen a couple of these walking around, and you haven't really paid any attention to it. And he brings you to this little park, and he says, "Oh, okay, just go into the park towards the back, and then go left all the way. There's a little clearing, and the shrine to the travelers right there."
I'd like to roll a perception check just to notice if I see anything that looks off.
Looking around, you don't see anything off other than it doesn't appear that
Are there like people though, or
the people are at this time of day probably be either at work or school or something like that. The residential districts get pretty quiet during the day, other than a couple guard patrols, of which you don't see any at the current moment.
do I think that's odd? There are no guard
No,
patrols?
nothing looks out of the ordinary. You live in a district that's usually quite populated during the evenings and rowdy, and but these residential districts, it just seems like a normal, boring day.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my rarely used re-mood on this guy to see what kind of emotion he's feeling right now.
He's a little nervous.
I'm gonna target 6 creatures, so I want to know everyone around him too. Listen off, guys. Let's hear it. How you feeling?
I'm excited.
Wary.
I'm not gonna tell you where I'm excited though.
It does say a one-word summary.
That's what I needed. Let's go.
What is that, like a free? Like, do you spend anything for that? Because you should do that all the time.
That's 2 points for that. That's 2 points well spent.
What'd you do that for?
We already knew the guy was nervous, but we didn't know that Clint was weird.
Eventually.
Wary, not weary.
Wary.
I was
so
confused. I think everyone knew that.
Clothes are getting wary.
Hurry, your appointment is quite soon.
What's his name again? Brandon?
Jimothy?
He'll tell you should he wish.
Well, I mean, what should we call him? Ye Almighty? Do we shake his hand? Do we smell his butt?
No, probably don't shake his hand. Just say hello. Let him introduce himself.
All right, Olad is.
Huh?
I'm gonna try to sneak my way into the shrine.
I'm the one that has to interact with him.
All right, make a sneak check.
I'll give you guidance.
That assistance would have been amazing.
Roll a d4. I got it.
29.
Why are you rolling like
Explode.
excited D4s?
All right, where you going?
I thought you were wary.
Into the blah, blah, blah. Can't talk. Wary? Yes.
Like tired, but now you're sneaking
That's
around.
weary.
Wearied.
No, wary, cautious.
You are so hopeless.
He's wearing clothes.
I assume. So, hold on here. Where's the ping? This is the entrance
No, the left is the
Nope.
entrance. Where
over
we're
here by the
standing.
sword.
You were at the
We're
entrance.
standing at the entrance.
We're standing at the entrance. Yeah, but to the shrine itself.
Is the sword? I assume. He said go in and to the left.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
wasn't
so
sure if
there's-
he went to the left and here and then in.
No, there's this little gate here, and then buildings, and then as you sneak over back towards the shrine is just this little stone base with a stone
Base.
scimitar sticking into it, with
Up at a base.
some inscription speaking of the traveler and his blessings on those on the road.
Why am I talking to the Traveler Shrine? I don't know anything about the Traveler.
You're the most persuasive.
You have no idea what you're doing, do you?
Nope.
In the back here, this is the edge of the plateau,
Ah,
and so there's a drop here,
Where? Oh, back there. Okay.
up here, behind the shrine. It just
can we see
drops.
the guy?
There's currently no one there.
All right,
I'm just looking cautiously around the corner.
let's go
I
up
wanna
to the
stay
shrine.
within-
Yes.
120 feet from those guys.
Yeah, everyone go to where you want to be.
I will give the shrine a small prayer, or pray to the shrine briefly.
Pray for the shrine.
Anything specific you want to pray for?
Good luck.
The shrine.
Good luck, shrine.
Let's wreck face.
I mean, do we know we're just supposed to be walking in here? We're walking in here.
Pretty much.
Yep.
No. Hey.
Don't know shit.
Okay, Al Pacino's gonna go hang out by the back alley.
I'm gonna jump him
Over.
as soon as they enter.
Okay, I'll reveal a little bit more for you. Mostly just a real big park, and then an alleyway in between two buildings. Eventually, that goes back onto a street, and there are windows in the buildings where people dump out chamber pots and stuff. So that's not really an alley you want to walk down in your nice Sunday clothes. After a few moments, from the side of the plateau, an airship raises up, completely covering the alleyway,
Yeah, sounds about right.
or the area in front of the shrine. A plank drops down from the ship, and an individual walks down off of the plank and comes up towards the shrine. This individual looks unlike anyone you have ever seen before. The person has a turban that covers their entire head, except for two small horns which stick out the top of his head, and a slot for their eyes, and they have 4 eyes leering out from this little slit, and you can see like a dark reddish skin around the eyes. And then they have a thin robe which goes all the way down to their feet. You can't see their feet, so it looks like just sort of
very squared up to you, or square blob looking robe. Like it goes all the way from the shoulders straight down, except for his arms, which are incredibly long, and if he were just having them go by his sides, you're pretty sure they would touch the ground. And he walks up to you, and he has this enormous backpack he's carrying. And he walks up and he goes, "Ah, you are the ones that my librarian friend wanted me to meet. What can I do for you?"
Mostly looking for information.
I thought it was Nylanders talking.
Oh, right. By Nylanders doesn't know.
No, I don't.
Information about what?
Common threats between some of the less than legal ports of the populace and potentially the rest of the city entirely. Something that's been often sensationalized.
Sure, I know little of Sharn politics, however.
Well, fortunately, this is a little bit more hands-on, maybe. Or rather, hands-off?
How do you mean?
Something has been stealing limbs from people involved in the black market. You've surely heard.
I know nothing of current events.
Really?
Just Abelix. Yeah, 68 hit points, is resistant to cold, immune to necrotic, and frightened.
Wait, what? Frightened?
Immune to frightened.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is he frightened?
What's the range on that, Abelix?
A creature I can see.
Oh, okay.
Wow. I mean, I don't
Then
think you
maybe
can
I
see
need-
from there, but
I'll move here just in case.
there you go.
I am of the folk of Lang. I am a merchant. I travel from place to place and don't spend much time in any one area. I come to this shrine. Some people ask for gifts or blessings that I sometimes fulfill, given their devotion levels.
Interesting. Ooh, hello.
What you speak of sounds like a creature of some sort has gotten into the city. One quite nasty.
Agreed. Do you know of events perhaps a couple months ago?
As I said, I do not care for what happens here.
Very well.
I travel and make my living on the road.
As a merchant, what do you buy and sell?
Everything. I am of the folk of Lang.
Does that mean anything to any of you guys?
Nope.
Lang?
Okay.
The folk of Lang.
No, I'm not Chinese.
Does it mean anything to me?
Whoa!
No.
If they are arcane, you sure would know.
What if I rolled one of these?
Nope. Never heard of them.
Are you of this plane?
Of this. Of Eberron? No.
That helps.
No,
What about religion?
I am from Lang.
Does that have to do
I
with the
think that is a
traveler
plane.
of some sort?
The Traveler? No. Travelers of Eberron. I am of Lang.
What can I just ask? What is Lang? Maybe
It
you'll
is-
tell us.
It is the High Plateau.
Okay.
Is that like a realm or a high plateau of Sharn?
No, not of Sharn, not of Eberron.
It's an entirely different plane, I presume.
It is where Sarkomand is.
What is that?
It is not mattering to you. Would you like to trade?
Possibly. What?
Yeah, we'll give you the halfling for whatever you got.
Halfling? Which halfling?
Yeah, what halfling?
Oh, do we not have one? Yeah.
No.
We got Nero Pack back in the.
Oh, that's true. We do have Nero. We could sell Nero.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I could take a halfling. They are
What do you got
small,
for 'em?
crafty folk. What would you like?
Just
God damn it, Michael.
What?
we'd like the
Turn for
black
an
market
elf.
butcher.
What?
The black market butcher.
I don't
He doesn't know anything about that.
know. You want a
Interesting.
black market butcher?
Can you bring
Is
us an
this a
intern
creature?
from Lag?
Let's see here.
The folk of Lang do not make good employees.
Who said we needed a good employee?
You want one of the Lang in exchange for a halfling?
No, I don't think
This
we
price
do.
is no good. It would take many more.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point, Aravex. We could draw out. I'll draw out the symbol on the ground for him, and see if he recognizes that.
No, I do not know this symbol.
Okay.
How do you know the librarian?
That's a pretty good question.
I came across Tim once in my travels and brought him here. He
Why
needed
is
an
he-
escape.
From what?
As I understand, the people at his school were upset with him.
Yeah, for his experiments.
Something of this. I did not pry.
So what did he give you in exchange for your protection?
Now he gives me information I sometimes seek.
Such as?
Depends on the matter and what may be valuable to others.
Did you give him the amulet?
Yes, I was going to see if he could discover its protections. And while he did, unfortunately, the item was destroyed and it's no longer worth anything.
Indeed.
You don't know anything about the demons that were inside of it?
Demons? There were, I believe he
Devils.
said devils.
Oh, that's right.
No.
There's a difference. That's
They
right.
were
Yeah,
protecting it of some sort. I wish it could have sold it without destroying it, but alas, such is the cost of doing business at times.
You
I'm gonna
said.
give him
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna give him a lead ball and tell him that in another plane it's a star. And then he should take it as a gift.
He holds it and he's like, "This looks like a ball of lead."
In this plane, it is.
It is. And he hands it back to you.
I insist. Hand it back to him.
I have no need for mundane items.
I'll ask him. He mentioned providing gifts or favors for devotion. And ask him what those gifts or favors are and what the devotion is.
Depends on the individuals. They leave them here at this shrine.
So do you take all the gifts that people leave at the shrine?
I exchange.
Do you know who the traveler is then, or?
The traveler, I believe, is a god of Eberron. Is he not?
Yeah, but how come you take the items that are offered to him?
Oh, I am facilitating travel, am I not? They come asking for assistance, and I provide it.
So what are the types of gifts that people bring you, so we know what we could bring you?
Well, they normally ask, and I exchange.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I don't think there's
I'll
anything we
leave it.
really need right now, though.
I'm gonna leave
Except
a
for-
lead ball at the altar.
Two of his eyes look down at it and then look back up.
Do you know the creature that we hinted at earlier that was taking limbs?
I may know of such a creature.
What would you like for the information? Since it's
You have a halfling?
Yeah.
yes.
We should have them.
What would you do with the halfling if we were to give you them?
It is unimportant what we do with it. It would
It
be
is.
ours.
Well,
I would not ask what you do with the information.
I don't think information is worth a halfling's life, do you?
Perhaps not. Depends on the halfling.
We could just abduct a random halfling.
There might. Oh God, no. Let's get away from kidnapping here and human or just slavery in general. Is there anything else that he might be interested in for that information?
There perhaps is. There's a
What about
cloth
on? Oh,
sold in the city.
Mhm.
It is a very versatile cloth. Do you know what I speak of?
like the invisibility cloak?
No.
A magic
Similar.
eraser?
It is a cloth that changes shapes based on predetermined configurations. Let us see. What was this called? What was it called?
Hat of disguise?
No, it was not a hat. It was an outfit. Entire outfit.
I got some fine clothing.
Like Play-Doh?
Glamour weave, I believe. I believe it was glamour weave.
Okay.
That sounds really expensive and not worth a name of a piece of information.
Well,
Might
that
be.
depends on what the information is worth to you.
If you tell us the creature, we will be able to probably get the cloth for you, but without the name, it will be tough for us to
No,
come up with that much.
shift weave. Shift weave is what it was called. I would like a unimprinted shift weave outfit.
All right.
Who's got the high charisma here?
Me.
High charisma. Or Nylandris.
Nylanders too.
How
Why
much
he's
does
here.
how much does a piece of this shift weave cost?
You don't know?
Can I do an insight check on that?
Sure. Sounds expensive.
It does. Where can we buy it?
Here in Sharn.
Of course.
Otherwise, too much, you say? Hmm. Hmm. No, I believe that is the right price.
But if we have trouble obtaining it, your information could help us obtain it much easier.
Would it? I don't believe such a creature would allow access for.
It could lead us to someone who could possibly get us the gold that you require for us to purchase this item for you.
This is true.
We could be in your debt until we repay the favor. Possibly set up an ultimatum to give you the halfling if we don't get the cloth to you in time for the information.
No, I don't believe this will work.
Someone should do a persuasion check. It's not me.
That's why you're here.
There's a cat on my lap. I can't see it.
Giving you a D4.
It won't pull it up. The heck?
Exploding D4.
Giving you a D4. Rolling.
Yeah, not terrible.
You're pretty good at those.
It's the first thing I've rolled today.
Do more talking.
No. I'll do the persuading. When someone else does the persuading.
Okay. What are you persuading him to do exactly?
To give us the information and give us time to get him the cloth, otherwise the halfling.
And how much time would you want?
Well, how much time does it take you to travel between worlds? Seems like you're a pretty slow fellow, so maybe a year.
Rude.
I make trips here once a week, but I don't believe
Once a week.
What
How
he
about
said.
until on the new moon? Taking a risk to hope the new moon's not like tomorrow.
today. I do not know the moon cycle here. I do not spend enough time here.
Yeah, we could say maybe a couple weeks potentially. It depends on how long it takes us to track down this thing.
Let's see. How about this? Shall I give you the information that you ask? I will give you 2 weeks to come up with the shift weave. Otherwise, I will get half of you.
Like,
Of Nylanders, I assume, because he's the
Half
one
of the
trying-
party or half of each of us?
You pick the 3.
Okay. I think we could probably make that work.
As the cleric, I will offer myself one of the 3 as tribute.
Yeah, I think Nylanders would be very helpful too.
Same.
Get rid of your 2 tanks, yeah, and your healers. That's great.
Yeah. We'll go tank and heal for them.
Airfax doesn't have anything to
You
live
know what?
for either.
You might as well come too, because that's everyone who can heal.
He pulls out a flesh-colored collar with tiny little spikes on the inside.
I am not
He
putting
says,
that on.
Come here.
There ain't no way in hell I'm putting that on.
Unfortunately, this will necessitate that you don't try running off.
How big of a piece of a cloth do you need? Give me a piece of your robe in the size that you require.
No, 1 outfit for a medium-sized individual will suffice.
Well, I mean, is that a medium-sized halfling?
I will step forward and ask
my
what the
God.
collar does if we do try to run.
Oh, it will make sure we can find you.
Is there any way to remove the collar?
Yes.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it on.
I will wink at the others and offer to put it on.
And what are the other 3?
Because
Are
you
the other
can't
2?
die.
I'll put it on. Fuck it.
I don't know if I should put it on, because I can actually revive people.
Mike, I can do it. I got to be the fearless leader here.
If we go the route of actually people dying, but the Secretary of Defense should probably put it on. Yeah, so yeah, I agree with you, Clark. Like you could just die and you'd be fine.
Like if you just destroy my body, I'll come back to life.
But if the next person dies,
without
then
it.
I'll have to revive them. So if I die, then no one can revive me.
So, well, the other option is we can just wait and we could try to like get this information next week when he's back, and just see what a flippin' shift weave costs.
Wait.
How to
So
obtain one.
We could steal one.
So
we
hold
could
on.
try to steal one. We could try to just buy. We could see about buying one. We could barter for one. Maybe we can offer somebody services.
If you want to wait on the grappling hook, I could try to make one.
Weave. It's cloth.
So
I don't.
we're assuming that Neuropec is no longer a valid trade anymore.
Yeah, he's not worth enough.
He's not worth enough for the information in 2 weeks. Is that right? Ye almighty.
One of you three who are here.
Adam, you or me?
I'll take it.
I mean, you guys don't have to go into slavery for this.
Too late.
We have to. It's the game plan.
Two
Raspanov
of
came
us-
up with the choke collars.
2 of us already did.
All right, good luck.
So, the Godborn, the Undead Dragonborn, and who?
That's me.
You? He sort of like gives a half smile and licks his lips a little bit.
Alright, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Not me.
He wanted you.
Alright, you first, Godborn. Bend down over here, expose your neck, please.
I'm going to push Adam out of the way and take the collar.
He volunteers as tribute.
I'm doing
no,
it. 'Cause
he's looking at Nylandris.
I mean, you're also like 100 feet away, so.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Starts running.
I have been talking to him this whole time.
Just shouting across the park.
When I see him look at Adam like that, I can't allow him to take it, though.
Okay, Godborn here. So he grabs this collar and wraps it around Nylandris' neck. The spikes go into your throat and definitely burn for a moment. Then he pulls it very tight until it's flush with your skin, and then after a moment, it begins to fade into your skin.
Huh.
So
I'm gonna
hosed.
use,
That is not good.
I mean, I told you, but
I don't know.
Good. Now for the Dragonborn.
Hold on. I want the information after you put the second collar on at least. You can't just put our lives in a collar here and not give us the information. You at least have to give it to us before you put all of them on.
No, this is the deal.
How do we know we can even trust you?
The information is in exchange for the shift weave. You're not giving me the shift wave, and I need to make sure that I can
believe him.
give you the information and recoup.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense.
collateral.
You're gonna cast what?
Divine Sense.
So
Is he
you're trying to.
celestial fiend or undead? And have these objects been consecrated or desecrated?
He is not a fiend, a celestial, or an undead.
Is he Count Strahd von Zarovich?
You can't tell that. But
Who the heck is that?
as far as the presence of strong evil registering as a nauseous odor, it's pretty disgusting.
Oh, good. Specifically coming
Congratulations,
from these
guys.
objects.
But the objects are not desecrated.
Okay.
He takes the collar. Come here, Dragonborn.
Sorry, I was just trying to read this and
Oh God, what is that?
Is that
Michael. Michael,
Take your phone off
hold on.
your laptop.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
That's what that was.
Bad, Michael.
Damn it all, Hal.
All right. Here you go. And he wraps it around Aravax's neck and pulls it tight. It's not as painful for you because, feeling, whatever. You've died before. Pulls it tight and it again fades into your skin. And he goes, there.
Is this
Try to keep
necrotic
yourself
by
in
chance?
one piece. It's not doing damage.
Uh-huh.
And yes, for you, last one there in the back, as a smile a little bit. Kalishtar, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the squeaky toy.
Yeah.
Yes. Here you go.
No, hold on. No. Is this Adam's turn?
Yes.
Sorry, my thing was connecting. No, I'm gonna push Adam out of the way and say I can't let you do this.
I'm sorry. The deal was for the Kalishtar.
Yes, but the deal was for 3 of us, and I will be the 3rd. It's very simple. You requested 3, and I'll be the 3rd.
But the Kalishtar already volunteered. If
He
you
can't
like,
even speak.
I can put a 4th collar on you as well.
No, you can put it on yourself.
Ooh.
Who's the Kalishtar?
But
No, I'm the one who you made the deal with. It's only fitting that I take this. You wouldn't allow your friends to take a blood collar either. So
this is not a
would say
blood
no.
collar. But if you insist, I suppose I could take you instead.
Thanks, Michael.
yeah.
Now bend over. Here we go. Take off your helmet.
I'll bend over and pull down my pants.
No,
I will
You
lay a
don't
solid
want
one
to
right on his foot.
I don't think you would want one wrapped around down there.
No, I'll bend over and weep like a little girl.
Okay, there, perfect. Now there you go. Pulls it around you, wraps it tight, and it again fades after burning your throat for a little bit. Excellent. So, like I said, 2 weeks, and then you must come back with the shift weave outfit.
Okay.
And he turns around and he starts to head back up the plank towards his.
Yay! Of course.
Yeah. Oh yes, this
Yeah,
creature.
yeah.
I will be right back. I need to look into my notes. I promise I will not leave.
I'm gonna stand on the stairway up to his ship and wait.
Sure. And then he goes back inside of the ship.
I'm muting Owen.
Don't mute Owen. He's got a great squeaky toy.
Oh, that makes sense for you.
So about 10 minutes pass. The ship just sort of sitting there floating. And then he comes back out. And he's got a book. And he also has an additional scroll. And he presses the scroll on a page of the book. And then he puts the book back into his backpack and brings the page back over to you. And he goes, I believe this will assist you with what you want.
Could I see the book cover at all before he ripped from it, or when he closed it?
Nope. I mean, you can see that it was like a leather-bound book, but it didn't have any. You didn't see any like distinct markings or anything.
Adam, I don't know if you can use that book page now to do any psychic readings on it to see like where it came from or anything like that, but might be worth a shot.
If you like if you stall them for 10 minutes, I could definitely.
Well,
can't do
you'll
much.
have the page from the book.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So he's giving us a page. Can we read this wording that's on the page?
It depends. What languages do you speak?
Me personally, I speak common and one language that I choose, which I never chose one. So hold on.
You haven't chosen your language.
I have to look at the languages.
Yekla
Remember, Ross, after my first day, I had to freaking make a new character.
Yekla
So
can comprehend languages.
Oh, nice.
yeah, but that doesn't mean you can read them. It only means you can speak them.
Huh?
You can't read the writing. I'm pretty sure
What
it's
does
comprehend language.
mean? Yeah, you can only read. You can't speak it.
Oh, that's even better then.
Yeah, there you go.
That
So
is-
problem solved.
Oh, that's they're saying real language. You see, you must surface.
That's so not realistic.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't know how to make those sounds.
Yeah, because it translates them, so they're not the same sounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what other language I speak. Probably halfling because my other character is a halfling and it just makes sense. So what language is it written in?
Not halfling or common.
Okay, I'll show it
What
to
about
everyone and see if they.
Orin or Ravenfolk?
Nope.
Cool.
Or
What was that?
Q-U-O-R.
Nope.
Sounds like you're saying whore, like
Agreed.
H-W-H-O-R-E. Whore.
Celestial?
That.
Draconic?
Nope.
Alright, cool. So, comprehend.
With the helmet?
Yep.
Do you have it on you?
Of course.
Pretty sure he's always.
Owen's probably always wearing the helmet, let's be honest.
Of course.
How do you think he understands the common?
He doesn't know.
Oh,
otherwise.
burn.
Yeah, it's true. He just
Ouch.
speaks Goblin.
That's why I never talked to him.
So the spell comprehend languages. You can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you can hear, and you can also understand any written
Yeah.
language that you see
He can
by
read
touching the
that.
system. Yeah. So if you put the helmet on and touch the thing, yeah, you can comprehend the language that it is. So
All right,
yeah,
what's
you
it
can
say?
read it. So it's a bit difficult to read, but it is a some sort of you're not sure which who wrote it or something, but it's a discussion of a beast that has been attacking inhabitants near some underground city, and the creature is called a Disimortum, and it describes this twisted humanoid with gray flesh and black claws that continuously drip blood from the creatures it's killed, and it wears a bone mask on its head, tied together with strips of putrid flesh. And the creature has 3 arms, and the third arm hangs from the right side of its body and is always clutching a sack, which contains the dismembered parts of victims that it has killed, as it collects different parts of its victims in order to bring back to its creator.
Russ, do you have like a page that with all that written down?
Nope.
You
Like a
should.
page you can give us?
Our secretary should be translating this and writing it down.
Well, I mean, if
thanks,
you
Mark.
have a page,
I'll
that'd be
take notes.
great because we have the page, right? Okay.
Right.
So he
What was it
takes
called
these
again?
dismembered parts to their creator.
Disimortum.
Disimortum.
I'm writing
This
this on the
is-
black market butcher listing.
Sounds
Okay.
all like Harry Potter spells and the Inquisitor and. Hey, boss, he's gonna take it to Voldemort now, and it's like this is basically a Dementor.
This is not
far
at
worse.
all like a Dementor.
This is the guy who put blood collars around her anuses.
Just yours.
Is that what's on the top of your body?
I don't know where your anus is, but mine is not in that spot.
Yeah, but the discussion on the Disimortum refers to it as the minion of a powerful necromancer, and
Right.
this details the hunting down and killing of that necromancer.
Yes. Okay. So, does it tell you how to kill the Disimortum as well, or do you
There's
only kill it
nothing-
by?
There's nothing about the weaknesses or strengths of the Disimortum itself, only that it is controlled by a necromancer of some sort.
Can we ask this guy if he knows of a way to defend against the Disimortum?
Oh, for sure. We'll just need the other 3 souls.
Do I know how to defend against a Disimortum?
Yes.
Yeah. You fight it as you would any undead creature.
Arc
Yeah,
search.
with radiant damage. All right.
Mm.
Can it be
Yeah.
killed without killing the necromancer, though?
Oh, I believe it can. Like any other undead creature.
I don't suppose you happen to have radiant damaging bolts, blessed bolts, or whatever.
I have a lot of radiant
Crossbow.
damage, and so does Owen.
I don't have any magical radiant bolts with me at this time, but I can sure gather some for you if you are willing to make another trade.
I don't think we necessarily. Well, eventually we have to kill it, but right now we just want to follow it to figure out where the necromancer lives.
Right.
So maybe we could get lucky and not even fight it, I guess. But I mean, if we want to put another blood collar on, you get some bolts. I'm all for that. I mean, as long as it's not Adam, I don't care.
Adam, say something right there.
I said, let's just double.
Yeah, that's about what we heard.
Yeah.
You said burp, 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 burp.
Yeah, right?
And then we can hear you just fine when you say that too. Like,
You're like, yeah, that's fine. I said.
yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah.
Well, for 4G, it's really not too bad.
Yeah. All right. So, do we have anything to trade for the radium bolt? Will you just take gold, like 1 gold for a radium bolt?
No, gold coins are not valuable to the folk
All
of
right.
Nang.
So we're
Is
back
copper-
on
Has
half.
Is copper or
Normal
silver
mineral.
valuable?
No, we usually trade with mana-encrusted stones of Lang. Unfortunately, there's not many here. Rubies and silks are mostly what we find valuable.
What about blessed water?
Blessed?
Yeah,
I'm
blessed
sure
water.
you can make some of
Mm,
himself.
No, unfortunately, blessed items tend to have the drawback of not being very useful when away from the god's domain.
What if I give you? What if I invest a spell into you for an hour? Would that be beneficial for you?
No, I would not be able to trade it to someone else.
but perhaps it would help you in your next encounter.
What spell?
Which spell would come in the most?
Guidance.
Well, no, I could give you bless, perhaps, healing, protection from evil or good.
No, these are not very valuable for me as one-time spells, no.
What about if I married you or got you to a coming of age funeral rite? I could come and atone you to something.
Trade his funeral, right?
I will marry you to someone. I am a licensed pastor.
I
just marry
trade.
him.
I
What if we
trade
marry you
in
to Jekyll?
good more than services.
Well, I mean, if you married someone, you could possibly get services too.
I have no one I wish to marry.
All right. Do you have any curses on you that you would like some help with?
No.
Do you need any
Pile of
artifacts made?
bones.
What kind of artifacts?
I'm an artist. What do you need?
I will take most artifacts. Should you have any?
Mm,
Do you have a ball of squeaking?
I do. Here it is. I give it to him.
He pops it and throws it down. Thank you. I appreciate this.
Show him the sending stones.
These are valuable. What do you wish to trade in exchange for them?
Weren't we just trying to get something? What were we just trying to get?
You wish to
Radiant
exchange
arrows. Clint wanted radiant arrows. But Clint had
sending
nothing to trade.
stones for radiant arrows? Radiant bolts or arrows? You want them for crossbows or bows?
Clint, do you want bolts, arrows? Blaros it is.
Boleros?
Blaros.
Also make them Bolero bolts,
Yeah.
like bullets, like they're part bullet.
Maybe like
bolt,
a
arrow.
Bolero dagger as well.
Oh, it's
A
good.
blagger.
A bladder?
Arrows, I would take. How many sending stones do you have in a connection?
How do you have? What are sending stones, Owen?
You can send
Only
messages
those
between
arrows.
them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. How did you get them?
You leveled up in
just
Artificer.
for a squeak.
Yeah, if I don't have them anymore, I can spend a week and 100 gold to make them again.
That's a bit much, but
I will exchange 30 arrows with radiant damage. Plus 5 radiant arrows. I will trade
how much added radiant damage? Like a
arrows to 30 bolts in exchange for your sending stones.
All right.
how much radiant damage does this add? Like a D4?
I will meet you back in 1 week's time with the arrows.
At that time, I will give you the stones.
Excellent. Is there anything else you would like to trade?
Do you by chance know Tug Speedman?
Who?
Okay, Tug Speedman.
Is he of this plane? No, I do not know many here.
Okay. What about any lycanthropes?
Lycanthropes?
Yeah.
Are these shifters? I have seen shifters here.
Just traded with him.
Clint, what's your old character name? You still need.
Nope, there we go. Got it. Crap, I don't remember. Dornfodel? Wasn't that a different character? I think that was right, though. You know, of the famous...
Regardless, we wouldn't know that anyway, so
No.
that's getting pretty hard.
Yeah, I only know my brother technically, but it is. Anyway, I just figured it was worth a try since we interact with the traveler quite a bit. All right, so 2 weeks.
2 weeks for the information, 1 week for the radiant arrows.
Wait, 1 week for the arrows? I thought you said you get them tomorrow.
1 week.
That's half of our time. we won't even need them then.
Oh,
We
you
can
have
spend the first bit of
plenty
the
of
time
time to
trying to get
kill
the
your
ship
monster. You need only get me the cloth.
That's true. All right, cool. I say you try to do some psychic stuff on that page, Adam, to see if there's anything else of value, like where he traveled from, or if that even helps.
I mean, I can ransack his mind to see if I can find some information about him, but I don't even know what to look for.
You could look for
kindly to that.
if he knows any information about the black market butcher, or
We already
how
asked
he came across this book. So like he seemed to know exactly what creature we were talking about right when we said it, and I don't know, like if I had a book I wouldn't know just by description on what it did.
Sounds like there's a guy associated to this creature, and he won't know who that guy is. More of a generic thing, you know?
Yeah, but he'll know what these collars are though, like what the effects of them are on us.
That's true. I will see if I can find some information about the collars. Make sure I'm doing it right.
I don't know if I can give you guidance. Well, yeah, you're rolling a ability score.
Well, no, it's only about the past 12 hours.
Yeah, but he knows what the collars have done the past 12, or what they're going to do.
So I'll do a forceful query to ask whether or not the collars will kill us.
Oh, no. That's an easy
No?
answer.
Yeah, no.
Why would they want you dead?
We gotta start with 20 questions there. And
Wait, you have 20 questions? Oh, you can cast it.
you know the game.
Yeah.
A wisdom saving throw. What's your DC?
15.
You rolled a 15.
Okay, never mind.
And he like looks at you and he's like takes a moment and he says, "Oh no, these collars will not kill you. I will tell you that much, of course." And then he walks back up onto his ship and then he says, "After all, damaged goods aren't worth much on the open market." And then after the plank is drawn back in, the ship begins to leave, pulls up and away, and then just sort of disintegrates into the air.
Great.
We need to get one of those ships.
Yeah, we do. How much do you think one of those things would sell on the open market?
100K?
Alright, so I guess we'll read the page and figure out how we can find where this creature is, or how it moves and stuff.
Yeah, I will do a psychic investigation on page if possible.
The scroll is fresh, isn't it? He pressed it to the book. Right, Russ?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this page was just like on a pad of paper for a while. He tore it off the pad of paper, pressed it to the book, and imprinted the pages onto that piece of paper.
This is the most intense way to give us a page of a book.
Basically, copied the page off of the book without damaging the book itself.
Right.
All right. So we can't get anything from it. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Not anything more than what is written on it.
Right.
What about where the paper came from?
It was on this pad of papers.
You don't get to know anything more about that.
Okay.
It's been there for a long time.
So, does the page say anything about how you can find this creature? Like, does it rest anywhere? Does it rest with its master? Does it hunt only at nighttime? Does it, I don't know, whatever else?
Nope, it sort of moves at the discretion of the necromancer that controls it. If there's no necromancer controlling it, it mentions that the creature, after they had taken care of the necromancer, had been seen wandering around a graveyard before it was finally tracked down and killed.
The creature wandered around the graveyard.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Okay. So. So it doesn't say how it hunts or why the necromancer would raise it?
Well, to steal body parts, right?
Yep.
What does it say what the body parts are used for?
It doesn't say for sure what they're used for, but the author suspects that they were used in the creation of other undead creatures.
Such as this dismembered thing?
It mentions a flesh golem was with the necromancer.
Didn't we fight one of those and Adam died from it or something?
Yeah, we fought flesh bombs before.
Dungeon?
Yeah, they weren't good.
Yeah. No bueno. And we fought a Medusa-like creature too, where Adam again turned to stone and we all ran.
Yeah, that was the first
That's a great
campaign.
section. I remember doing nothing in that.
Yeah, we just went to Ross's house and sat there for like 6 hours.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So,
Ribbits.
Sorry, my
is there
headphones
anything
are on.
else you'd like to do?
Really need to investigate and see what the heck was going on in Kyber's Gate with the.
I mean,
People turning to
here at
stone.
this park.
I mean, not really. I want to jump off and fly.
I want to give the name Dismortem to Raskrin and tell him to look up any references of that in the library.
Oh, was your meeting fruitful?
Time will tell.
You can say that.
Look this up and give us all the information you find.
I'm quite busy, but of course you can use the library if you would like.
Dude, we helped you out, remember?
You did, and I set up this meeting and allowed you the use of the library. I can't do all of your research for you.
Why
fair
were
enough.
why were you so afraid of the guy that we met? Did he put a
He is very evil.
did he make something to trade with you?
I did not say that I was afraid.
You were very nervous before we went to meet him.
Well, did you see him? He's quite Interesting.
Yeah, but
You
I wouldn't
racist.
have. I wouldn't expect that to make you nervous. Like,
I mean, he's he's hmm,
I want
into
to
some.
roll an inside check to see if he's like lying or something
Okay.
to us.
You
Oh,
make
I
an
can help with that.
Oh, do you want
I
to do
got
the inside?
advantage. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
advantage
dude.
on mine.
And you tried it for what?
Basically,
Basically to see if he's lying.
yeah.
See if he's what?
Lying.
Lying. No, he doesn't appear to be lying about being a little upset by the guy. No.
I got a ton of PowerPoints if there's a whole bunch of questions you want to ask this guy. Or otherwise learn about him.
You
In
a
yes
ton
or
of
no
what?
fashion. PowerPoints? I can ask him yes or no questions.
Go for it. You might as well. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what I want to know. So if you guys
I
have
thought you were saying like Microsoft PowerPoint. Like you have like this PowerPoint that you want to
I
like.
have
I was like,
presentation
what?
we can go over.
presentation.
I hope you enjoyed my
3
present.
slides long.
Yeah, do
Teaches them
it.
the agile principles.
Yeah.
God help us all.
Feet. Your greatest weakness. You could ask him what he's traded. It's yes or no.
Yeah.
Ask him if he has had a blood collar placed around his neck.
Oh, good. That's a good one. I'll do that one.
He's gonna make a will save.
I want to
Okay.
cast
Wisdom.
Bane against him, Ross.
You know, cast what?
Bane against him.
Okay. What's
Since
Bane
I
do?
don't care. I don't care if he gets upset with me.
Banging against him. That seems unnecessary.
Ah, frick! I just closed the page.
It's like anti-guidance, right?
Yeah, it's a negative. It's a D4.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so he has to make a charisma saving throw
You
against
beat
me
me.
first. Actually, sorry.
I think
Okay,
on that one.
He fails the charisma save.
Okay, so he has a D4
Did it.
against saving throws
Okay, roll your d4.
for a minute, anyway. Oh, you want me to roll the D4?
Yeah.
Love rolling D4s.
Nice. Okay, so he fails the psychic, the first forceful query.
They have to roll to be targeted by Bane, you realize?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they failed.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
He goes, yes.
Do you just ask him if he has it on him right now?
Sure, I'll do that too. I got PowerPoints to spare. Right now.
Yes.
What you should ask him now? What is it for? Like, was it to bring us there? Or like,
What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Haven't I been truthful to you?
well, not quite, because I just asked you this without forcefully interrogating you, and you didn't tell me. I would say no, Cotton.
That one
like-
just cast Zone of Truth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay, he fails that too.
Good. -3 on that
Alright.
one too.
Now we can go to town. We call that
Ask
one.
as much as you want.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hide anything from you.
I'm gonna hold on to him, by the way.
Please, whoa.
Let's hear your
Please, why
backstory here with this.
are you handing me? What are you
Tell us when
doing?
you first met.
I'm gonna make Alpha let him go because I still want to use the library.
Yeah, don't manhandle him.
I'm more holding him so he doesn't like
Run away?
or
What's he gonna do?
teleport away or something.
Even if he runs away, I still want to be able to use the library.
Yeah, don't be mean to him.
I'll put a gentle hand on his shoulder.
Don't be mean to him.
Say we're your friends.
I will swat your gentle hand away.
He looks intimidated. You guys are so mean.
I cast that on the guy.
Aid.
We're
To
gonna
boost-
start just killing each other.
To boost him so that Michael can't do anything. Why did I get moved up there?
Oh, sorry. I
I'll,
was moving you at the same time you were moving. You.
Oh. I'll apologize and say that those three chose to become collateral, and I'll say in those three, or you three, with the Lang guy's voice.
Hey, listen, I don't want any more trouble. You can use my library, please. I'm not trying to hide anything. Just let me go back to work.
What is your blood color for that you have on?
If I get
What that-
fired,
that
then
doesn't make
the library won't be useful. He put it on me as the price for me getting moved here.
Where are you from originally?
I was from Corenberg.
From the
Into Largo.
Corenberg University.
Yes, I worked at the Corenberg Library before.
But he has to want something of you for moving him. What do
Yes,
you owe him?
I give him information whenever he needs it. I try to help him with magical artifacts, such as the.
But what did you get out of the deal, though? I mean, like, you
I
moved
got
this
away.
library from.
It was emergency transportation. I didn't have much of a choice.
Is
Have you
this
found
a threat
any
we should be worried
information?
about?
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Is this a threat we should be worried about?
I don't know.
If we're
Is
going
he
to help you, we
trustworthy?
need full information on this sort of thing.
Is he trustworthy? He's not led me astray. He brought me here after all.
Fair enough. He hasn't
But-
abused your situation.
There has to be some ultimatum with your blood color, though. Like, he wouldn't just say, you're always going to have this on now, so you information. Like, is he looking for a specific piece of information?
No, the pact was for 15 years.
Fair enough.
That sucks. Ours is only 2.
I was gonna say, is
He's
ours for
really
15
fat.
years and he just didn't tell us?
I wish ours was.
I don't know anything about the deal you made.
Do you know anything about the collars themselves?
I know that when wearing it, they can find you. And I believe if you aren't found or if you're running, it can incapacitate you, although it's never happened to me.
Does one of us have Dispel Magic?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be strong enough.
No.
We could try it on Aerovax.
I mean, I can spend a whole day casting spells on Aerovax to see if I can get it off, but...
I'm going to the
That-
library, so no.
Well, I don't have many spells left anyway, so...
I only have level 1 spells left. And none of my spells are useful outside of combat.
You love these talking sessions, don't
Yeah, they're great.
It's my jam. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't talk to people, you just think to them.
Yeah, right.
Talking sessions, in your head.
you? Now,
He doesn't actually talk to people, he just talks in his head.
am I free to go?
Of course.
Yeah. Do we want to
We
tell
were
him
gonna
what our
help
deal was with the guy to see if he ever finds that information to help us?
Oh, I don't need to know. It's fine. Let's go. Aerovax, I believe you wanted me to show you the section in the library to get
Yep.
more information on whatever it is in your hands.
I'll go with him.
Okay, let's go then. And he begins to head off. and you guys go to the library. And are you just gonna look up general information on the Disamortum?
Yeah, Disamortum, necromancers in general, ways to track undead.
Sure. Do you want to make an investigation check with advantage?
Definitely going to look into the history of the cogs. See if there's any places
14.
that...
You're able to find some books that hint at the creature and like describe it as a monster of myth, kind of like children's tales telling you about the creature that'll come and kill you and take your limbs. But nothing that is as detailed as the piece of paper you already have.
And there's nothing in general on the best ways to like track undead creatures or necromancers.
No, by all accounts, undead creatures are fairly easy to track. They just sort of shuffle around. And they're not really used in a stealthy fashion, unless the undead creature itself is like a lich or something that's a powerful creature that's been reincarnated.
This one's pretty stealthy.
Yeah. This one appears to be out of the ordinary in regards to
But you
undead
said
stealth.
it's always leaking blood.
Yeah, its hands are usually covered in blood because it's usually chopping off the limbs of its victims. Plus, the bag is blood leaking from it usually.
How long ago was the last murder that the newspaper mentioned?
It was it's hard to tell. The disappearances usually happen, and then they get reported, or the bodies are found at a later date. So it's difficult to isolate exactly when the person was killed. Michael, you need to mute yourself.
Oh, sorry.
Is it possible to tell like when the body was dropped off so I can go examine for blood and try to track blood to find the creature?
According to the newspaper, the last person that was killed was the person you already investigated.
Okay.
And yeah, Clark, you and I searched for tracks and stuff from the creature, and we didn't see anything. But I don't know if we checked like the ceiling or anything like that.
Yeah. My thought was next time we can specifically look for blood, and maybe that's a little better than just saying tracks.
But you'd think like at a crime scene like that would be something you'd check. Like,
well, we did.
Yeah, but
it
it's constantly leaking, so there should be like a bit of a trail. You know, if it's really covered in that much blood. Like, I know there's going to be blood at a crime scene. An arm got ripped off. But
I wonder if we should almost just spell magic, though, next time, because we would have noticed the blood. Like, we were looking for a dismembered person. Like,
we did notice a blood trail, but it didn't lead anywhere.
Yeah, we went up to the roof and then it was gone. But we could check the ceiling. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody's going to get 200 experience points for your investigations this week, and we're going to stop it for today.
Woo!
Make sure to finish making your notes in whichever pamphlets you guys got. You should all be able to see the following under the People of Interest handouts. There should be the Sharn Inquisitive, the Folk of Lang, Black Market Butcher, House Therask, Moorgrave University, Thurian Office of the Inquisition, and Kodesh Inc.
Yep.
Cool. And then looks like your maps are there. Okay. And those two handouts are out there for their specific individuals as well. Cool.